So they've got a powerful offense. They can score points in a hurry, and it's going to be an interesting test for the Buffaloes. The last time I saw them, we did the Union Mine game, and Union Mine was victorious in that game after Amador started the season 2-0. I thought that game was a good learning experience for this young Buffalo team, especially their quarterback, Brad Blankenheim.
Yeah.
This young man has exceptional arm strength, and he has a lot of talent. But I think what he found out, that even with all that arm strength and that talent, when you're in bad situations, you need to live to see another down. Mm-hmm. One specific play against Union Mine, he's rolling left, way under pressure, and he trusted his arm too much and tried to throw back against the grain. He ended up throwing 3 interceptions that game, and there should have been 4. They made a lot of mistakes, but I think that was a real learning experience for this young team, and we'll see how they perform tonight. They've got a test against this Mesa Verde team who comes in undefeated.
Yeah, no, you were telling me that they put up video game numbers in points in the last couple of games.
Yeah, they scored 82 points last week. 3 of them were on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, wow.
And because when you look at their offensive numbers, they're not all that impressive. They're not gaudy, but they've put up a whole bunch of points. They're singing the national anthem right now. Let's take a short break. We'll be back with a little more pregame show right after this.
A longtime supporter of youth activities in Amador County, the folks at Camps Propane hope you enjoy tonight's high school football action on Hometown Radio. Visit Camp's showroom on Highway 88 in Pioneer. Ask about the Easy Saver program and senior discounts available. And you'll never run out of gas again with Camp's Smart System Tank Monitoring program. They also carry a complete line of RV supplies, gas refrigerators, and barbecues. For more information, visit Camps Propane in Pioneer or their website at campspropane.com. Remember when going for a walk around the block was easy and pain-free? Future you is ready to feel like that again. Mark Twain Medical Center's orthopedic experts are with you throughout the process, from first consultation to your last physical therapy session, so you can get back to living without joint pain, and future you can wander far and wide. Visit marktwainmedicalcenter.org/orthopedics. Mark Twain Medical Center. Hello, human kindness. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
And we're back here at Amador High School. The national anthem has just wrapped up. We are about 1 minute 40 or so seconds here from kickoff. Jake Geedy and Frank Halverson here in the booth. Frank?
Well, let's take a quick look around the league. Sonora comes in 3-1. They lost their first game to Oakdale, which is always their first game of the year. Always a tough game. They were rivals when they were both in the Valley Oak League. Sonora comes in at 3-0 after beating Buhawk last week 42-8. They faced a 1-3 team against Livingston tonight. That should be an easy win for them. Somerville comes in at 3-1 after beating Big Valley Christian last week 42-0. They play at 2-1 Modesto Christian. A little bit of a test for Somerville tonight. Argonaut has a bye after losing to Wheatland 42-6 last week. They stand at 1-3. And Calaveras, man, they lost last week to Ripon 28-7. They're 0-4. They are at Big Valley Christian tonight, 1-3. So we're getting ready to kick this one off. Amador is going to be received. Players to watch for Amador, I noticed Herrera, one of the running backs, he's on crutches, so he is out tonight. So they'll be leaning on Nunes, McElfish, and Santos for their running game. Of course, Brad Blankenheim, their quarterback, and they're going to need to score a lot of points tonight against this very powerful Mesa Verde team.
All right, well, let's see what they've got as Mesa Verde is set to kick.
Big number 77 out there to kick for Mesa Verde. And it's deep, driving McElfish. All the way it goes over his head. It's a touchback. Amador will start it at the 20-yard line. And that's how this game gets started.
All right. It looks like we have some final scores here. We'll give you that in just a little bit.
Final scores?
For the JV contest.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I realized as I said that, I was like, yeah, not quite yet.
Amador had an impressive win tonight in the JV squad.
Indeed.
So Amador has it 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line. Looking at the blue field, I appreciate the dark blue with the white numbers instead of the camouflage ones. They're much easier for an old guy like me to see.
Oh, definitely.
Blankenheim's going to start out in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to the right, 1 back behind him. High snap goes over his head. Blankenheim gets hit and it's recovered by Mesa Verde. A turnover on the first down on a high snap that Blankenheim couldn't grab. Mesa Verde recovers at the 8-yard line, and they're going to have it 1st and goal.
Oh, boy, and this is similar to the start for the JV game last week for Amador, but, it started with a safety, but now they're knocking on the goal line.
Excuse me, they're going to have it on the 13-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 from there inside the red zone to start it off. Quarterback is Jorgensen. Hands off straight ahead, and he's pulled down for no gain on the play. That is number 4 for Mesa Verde. That is Carlos Moreno.
All right.
52 in there for Will Donahue, who's one of the captains on this team on the tackle, helped out by number 2 to help clean it up. That was Jaden Adams. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Jorgensen under center. Motion comes from the right side. They're going to give it, trying to get around the right side. Nice job by the defense. Stretches it out really nice. And tackled by McElfish on the play. No gain on the play. That was number 5 on the handoff, Fred Robinson. So it'll be 3rd down and 10.
You know what? I'm seeing a very similar offense from Mesa Verde that we normally see with Sonora in the league, it looks like.
This time, Jorgensen's going to go from the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. He's looking left. He's going for the end zone to the corner. It is caught. Did he get his feet in bounds? That's a touchdown. Beautiful throw by Jorgensen.
And, he was just wide open in the corner. There was nobody. He had gotten right behind his guys, and nobody was within 2-3 yards of him right there, and he just took a nice catch right there.
That was number 2, Jorgensen to Daffini is how I'd say that. So a 13-yard touchdown. Jorgensen to Daffini with 10:47 left, 6-0, awaiting the extra point. Kick is up. It is good. Look at the scoreboard. 10:47 left to go here in the first quarter. The Mavericks off of the turnover, 7. The Buffaloes, 0. We'll be right back with the kickoff right after this.
The family of Armstrong & Son Construction and Armstrong Self-Storage are proud to sponsor Motherlode League football. Remember, when you need excavating, grading, septic system repairs, and other site work, call Armstrong & Son Construction. Or if you need a storage unit, stop by Armstrong Self-Storage for safe and secure storage. Conveniently located near the intersection of Highway 49 and Ridge Road. Armstrong & Son Construction, state license number 828209.
All right, and we're back here at Amador High School. Scoreboard shows Mesa Verde 7, Buffalo 0, 10:47 here left in the first quarter. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson.
Quick score by Mesa Verde after the turnover. Take a quick 7-0 lead. So Mesa Verde will be kicking off for the 2nd time already early in this game. Low line drive kick to the right side, goes out of bounds. That's a penalty, so Amador will start up at their 35-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10 from there after the kick went out of bounds, and there's nothing that frustrates a coach more than that.
Definitely.
Right after you get a score and you give your opponent good field position by kicking the ball out of bounds. We obviously saw the leg that he had on the first kick where he kicked it into the end zone, and you're just trying to get too cute there. Mm-hmm. And that didn't work out well for him. So Amador has their 2nd possession from the 35-yard line. Their first possession resulted in a high snap and a fumble, which resulted in the Mesa Verde touchdown. Motion comes to the left. Blankenheim throws a quick wide receiver screen out to the left. Gain of 11 on the play. That was number 5, Jesse Judd, on the completion.
So let's see if Amador can put something together now.
They're moving the chains, so it'll be up to the 45-yard line. Gate of 10 on the play, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Buffs.
We have about 10:35 and counting left in the first quarter.
Blankenheim in the shotgun, 3 receivers again to the right. They jumped a little bit early. That's going to be a false start against the Buffs. That'll send them back 5 yards, create a first down and 15. Want to shout out to the biggest high school fan that I know out there, Fred Oneto. I know he's listening because he always does. Oldest probably high school fan in the county.
Very possible, yeah. Oh, Fred, hope you're doing well.
So that'll back them up 5. It'll set up a first down and 15. Same formation, 3 receivers to the right, 1 lone back to Blankenheim. He's rolling to his right. He's looking. He's got number 2 wide open at the 45-yard line. Breaks tackle. The ball comes out. Fumble recovered by Mesa Verde. So 2 possessions in the row after the completion. The fumble, Mesa Verde recovers at the Amador 45-yard line.
And, this is sort of a bread and butter play for Amador. They do this QB sort of sprint out, and they look for that. They look at a levels pattern. There's a guy sitting right in the flats. There's a guy about 5-6 yards above him, and then a streak above him. And they like to sprint out.
They just took the defense out. The middle guy receiver went in.
Exactly.
To take a guy in. The other man took it wide out to head for the flag, and leaves the other guy wide open. It was an easy completion, but then he fumbled the football. So 1st and 10. Loss of 1 on the play. Good job by the Amador line holding that up there. But, boy, 2 possessions, 2 fumbles. That's not a good start for the Buffs.
No, definitely not. And let's hopefully their ball security woes do not continue. 9:42 and counting here left in the first quarter.
Well, that's the one thing this Mesa Verde team is. They scored 3 defensive touchdowns last week. So a loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Ferguson wants to throw. He's looking over the middle. He's got a receiver. Nice completion right there. Nice catch. Nice throw. Nice catch.
So you see here on the replay.
That was just a nice throw by Ferguson.
Nice throw and patch. So here we go. So just a straight drop back. You see releasing right there across.
It wasn't bad coverage. It was just a really nice throw. Good ball. And a catch that takes him up to the 36-yard line for a first down. Nice throw and catch by Ferguson.
He put it only where his guy could get it.
Pitch, trying to get outside to the left side, gets across the 30. He's got room to the 25, to the 20, to the 15. Gets up, finally knocked out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. It is going to be a 1st and goal.
And those were just some good seal blocks there on the edge. They were able to let the back get around the edge there, and then once he had nothing but open blue right there.
Well, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 13-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 13. Ferguson's thrown a couple balls early right on target. I was watching in the pregame when they were warming up, and he did not look like he was throwing the ball very accurately, but right there, 2 in a row, he's put it right on him. A counter inside to number 5, gets stopped after a gain of a couple. That was number 5, Fred Robinson, on the carry.
Number 77, that's Elliot Traxler on the tackle there for Amador.
It'll bring the ball to the 11-yard line, so a gain of a couple. It'll set up a 2nd down and 8. That is not a good way to start a game.
Definitely not. You definitely don't want to be behind 2 scores in the first quarter, that's for sure.
Ferguson under center, 1 back behind him. They're going to give it straight ahead to number 27. Breaks a tackle, gets across the 10-yard line to about the 8.
And Amador got a little bit lucky on that one there. They basically,
but they're going to kick it. So the ball is going to be placed down at the 16-yard line. So a 26-yard attempt for Mesa Verde. He's got plenty of leg for this, that's for sure. We've seen that. Good snap. The kick is up, and it is good. 27-yard field goal is good. Mesa Verde takes a 10-0 lead with 7:46 left to go here in the first quarter. We'll be back. More homecoming action from Amador High School right after this.
Hey, let's play some football. Mark Borchin here with Glass Doctor. We are so excited that you're doing what you love. When you need auto glass, windshields, and calibration, call Glass Doctor. Ask about our windshield protection plan. And for shower enclosures, foggy, broken windows in your home or business, please remember Glass Doctor, your neighborly company. Visit our showroom at Highway 49 and Jackson Gate Road.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Amador High School. Scoreboard shows Mesa Verde 10, Amador 0 right now, 7:46 left here in the first quarter. Mesa Verde off to a good scoring start, set to kick off again. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson. Frank?
All right, we want to thank our sponsors tonight. Camps Propane was your pregame sponsor. Game sponsors, Big Valley Ford, Jackson Tire, Armstrong & Son Construction, the Glass Doctor, Tomany Associates. Here comes the kick. Low line drive fielded at the 5-yard line. Up to the 10, to the 15, looking for some room. Cuts it upside, 25 to the 30. Now looking for a block. Gets it outside across the 40-yard line. Nice return there by the Buffaloes. That was number 1, Ian McElfish.
So we watched him take it about the 5. And, makes a good cut right in there. Finds some open grass, picks up 1 block. Tries to get a second one up there, but is caught from behind at about the 40-yard line. But a good return there for the Buffs.
So the Buffs will have it 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line, trailing 10-0. Blankenheim in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. This has been the formation. Motion coming to the left, going to be straight ahead. Handoff. He's got some room to run. Gets outside to the 45, to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. Makes a little move. Gets finally brought out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Great run right there by number 52. That's Michael Nunez.
And so watch that. Beautiful hole, makes a good shake, makes number 8, breaks his ankles, and a good seal block there by number 1 to get that extra yards, and then it was just off to the races and got caught up to him and pushed out of bounds. But a great run there by the Buffs.
McElfish goes into motion. They're going to give it to him, trying to get on the fly sweep. He gets 1 block, then nice pursuit by number 32 on the outside, able to bring McElfish down after a short gain. It'll set up a 2nd down and 7 for the Buffs.
7 minutes and 8 seconds and counting here left in the first quarter.
So the ball sits at the 31-yard line. It'll be a 2nd down and 9.
Now let's see if Amador can keep this rumbling momentum going.
Blankenheim breaks a huddle. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. 1 receiver dotting the I behind him. He fakes a pass. He's in trouble. He gets hit. Blankenheim breaks a tackle, gets across the 30-yard line for a gain of about 3. But that play, just the timing and everything on it just looked bad. Nothing went good on that. It looked like he wanted to throw a little short pass over the middle of the tight end, but it wasn't there, and then he got into some trouble.
Yeah, it looked like maybe a miscommunication with the back as he just stepped right up and ran right into Blankenheim.
So the ball's at the 29-yard line, and it'll set up a 3rd down and 7. 2 right, 2 left. Straight ahead handoff. Tackled after a short game. That was number 3, Alex Santos. It'll set up a 4th down.
And he was just swallowed up by number 77, Eddie Montepeque?
Yeah, good luck pronouncing that. Big number 77 is what I got.
There you go.
He's their kicker as well as their defensive tackle and their offensive tackle.
And he did good shift down into that hole because there was a wide open spot, but he was able to snuff that pretty quick. 4th down,
the Buffaloes are going to go for it. Blanket on the shotgun. He's rolling to his right. He's looking. He's got a wide open receiver, and McElfish to the end zone. Complete. That's an Amador touchdown.
Wow, look at that ball.
28 yards, Blankenheim to McElfish, and the Buffs get on the board.
So look at this. Again, they have their sprint out right here. And again, we have that levels concept. He's looking for that streak route there. And just what a beautiful ball there. Nobody within range. Drops it right into the breadbasket. Perfect touchdown.
I don't know who lost coverage there. McElfish was wide open.
Wide open indeed. All right, looks like they are going to set up for the extra point here. 5:27 here left in the first.
Good snap. Kicks up.
And
it is no good. So look at the scoreboard. Lots of scoring here in the first quarter. 5:27 left. Mesa Verde leads 10. Buffalo 6. We'll be back. More first quarter action right after this.
For all your land surveying and civil engineering services, call Toma and Associates at 223-0156. Whether you're building a fence and need to know where the property line is to complete boundary surveys, Toma and Associates can help. Lot surveys, boundary line adjustments, parcel and subdivision maps, FEMA certificates, septic and grading plans, among the many services Toma and Associates provides. Call 223-0156, serving the Mother Lode since 1967.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here. 5:27 here left in the first quarter. Buffalo's on the board now, 6-10. Mesa Verde set to return. Buff set to kick. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson. Frank.
Game sponsors, I want to continue Armstrong & Son Construction, Glass Doctor, Tony Associates. Our pregame show was brought to you by Camps Propane. Our halftime, Conifer Communications. Our postgame by Mark Twain Medical Center. Our call in the game, Melton LaFay is BG Lounge. Our player of the game, the Jamba Juice. And our scoring update, the Mountain Merchant. Buffalo's ready to kick off for the first time tonight after having a nice drive there to get on the scoreboard. It's a low-line drive backfield at the 12-yard line. Comes across the 20 to the 25 to the 30. He's got some room. He hops over number 5 across the 37, across the 40, still chugging forward. Gets up. He's going to be finally brought down at the 49-yard line. That was Fred Robinson on the return. Good field position for Mesa Verde to start this drive ahead of this game 10-6.
All right.
All right, Mesa Verde, third possession. They've scored on their first two after 2 Amador turnovers. Gave them short field to work with. Let's see what they can do here with 5:18 left to go here in the first.
All righty.
Ferguson breaks the huddle. One lone back behind him. Motion comes from the right side. Straight ahead handoff. Hit immediately for a loss of 1 on the play. I believe that was number 52, the first one through for the that's Will Donahue. So a loss of 1 on the play. Nice job there by the right side of the Amador line.
And you know that's a good thing. That looked like it was a design counter right there. And one thing that's really good is staying home. And Donahue definitely did stay home, filled that hole, and made sure he couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it looked like it was just a delayed draw off the left side. All the motion, they had the motion man going to the right. Now Ferguson's going to roll to his right, and he's going to take it all. Tight coverage down the side. The ball's up in the air. Oh, it should have been caught. That defensive back's going to be shaming himself. He's not going to want to watch that film.
Yeah.
Because he had good coverage on it, but then that ball very easily could have been caught. Luckily, it was incomplete for the Buffs, so it'll set up a 3rd down and 11.
And it was just enough to sort of break his concentration, I guess. But that was he got lucky. He definitely got lucky on that one.
3rd down and 11 for Mesa Verde. Be a nice 3 and out if the Buffs can get the ball back.
4:36 with that incompletion as the game clock stops.
Ferguson's going to line up in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be stopped right about the goal line or the yard marker. So it'll set up a 4th down and 11. Going to force Mesa Verde to punt for the first time tonight. So nice job by the Buffs to hold them to a 3 and out. And hopefully they're settling in a little bit after those 2 quick turnovers and 2 quick scores by the Mavericks.
It does sort of look like Amador started to kind of settle back into their tempo, but hopefully they can.
Like I said, 2 very young teams here. Both of these teams only have 6 seniors on their roster.
Wow. Definitely young.
Good snap. Kicks off. End over end kick going to be fielded about the 22-yard line, the 25 to the 30. Little jitterbug there across the 35. He's going to be brought down there at the 37-yard line. That's where the Buffs will have it 1st and 10 with 3:37 left to go here in the quarter. Buffalo's trailing 10-6.
And that was Jesse Judd on the return there.
Looks like they're going to mark it at the 38-yard line. So that's where Amador will have it to start this possession.
So now they need to capitalize on that 3-and-out that they forced and see if they can pick up some more points here and especially make up for that.
Well, there's no reason to get in a hurry. You can stay within your game plan. It's a 4-point game there. Don't try to get everything in one bunch. Hand off a little draw, and he's brought down maybe for a gain of 1, but pretty good penetration by the Mesa Verde defense there.
Yeah, Nunez on the carry didn't really have much to do once he hit that line of scrimmage.
So it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Amador. Clock continues to click. 3:15 left to go here in the first quarter. Blankenheim's going to operate from the shotgun. Spread formation, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield. Blankenheim's looking to the right. He throws to McElfish right over the 45, across the 50, up to the 40 of Mesa Verde. Big gain on the play. The Buffs have it 1st and 10 from the Mesa Verde 40-yard line. McElfish was wide open, just on a little crosser in the middle here.
As you see, there was a blitz coming off to the side.
The safety came up, but he was late and left McElfish wide open.
Beautiful. And a beautiful pitch and catch. And Blankenheim staying in the pocket and making that nice delivery.
Well, he's got such good arm strength and arm talent that he can be really successful when he has a clean pocket. Straight ahead hand up number 3, trying to get around the left side. Gets a gain maybe of 2. That is Alex Santos on the carry. So Amador seems to be falling in a little bit of a rhythm after a rocky start. Ball's at the 39-yard line. They're going to give him a gain at 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. 2:30 left to go here in the first quarter.
And we're waiting on some scores from the rest of the games around the league, and we'll get you that as soon as we can.
Santos is going to be the lone back. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Motion comes from the left side. Fakes the jet sweep. Blankenheim's looking. He's got a receiver, McElfish, and he way underthrew the ball. He was lucky that was an interception. McElfish got behind the defenders. He was open. You need to air that ball out and let your receiver run to it. He underthrew it, and he was lucky that ball wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, definitely. And, you definitely do have to put, more air into that, and that's not something we normally see from Blankenheim. But
let him run to it. He's got a strong enough arm, and he'll learn that.
Too.
He'll learn that.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, a Mountain Merchant scoring update. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Calaveras 7, Big Valley Christian 7, tied up there.
All right, 3rd down and 9. Blankenheim's going to roll to the right. Now he's going to keep it. He's going to go forward across the 40-yard line. Breaks a tackle, gets to the 35, going to roll it out of bounds. It's going to be a 4th down. I'm sure this is 4-down territory. They're not going to attempt a field goal from here. Blankenheim had pressure coming in. He tucked it down, didn't see his initial receiver, and so he brought it down, broke a tackle, and brought it into the 34-yard line where it'll set up a 4th down and 4.
And it looks like, just off that little run, Blankenheim can move, so he is.
He can run the football. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, empty backfield. Blankenheim looks quickly. Now he turns back to the left. Now he's got pressure. He rolls to his left. Now he rolls back to the right. He's throwing deep. His receiver had stopped because he saw he was in trouble. He throws it incomplete. Amador's going to turn it over on downs after great field position after that punt return. So Mesa Verde's going to have it 1st and 10 with 1:48 left to go after the turnover on downs for Amador.
Man, still a heck of a throw there, though, by Blankenheim still.
Well, the receiver stopped. He saw he was in trouble. Blankenheim got way deep, and I don't think he could have all the way over the receiver's head. He's got really strong arm strength. They're going to turn it over on downs, and Mesa Verde's going to have it 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line.
So good bit of trading blows here with 1:48 left in the first quarter here at Amador High School. Looks like a timeout has been called on the field from Mesa Verde.
1:48 left to go in the first quarter. We're going to send it back to the studios here from our sponsors. We'll be back. First quarter action right after this.
Big Valley Ford Lincoln, your regional commercial van and truck headquarters, is proud to sponsor Motherlode League High School football. The expert sales team will help you get behind the wheel of the car or truck that's right for you. And their service department will keep that vehicle running at peak performance. Visit the team at Big Valley Ford Lincoln, your full-service dealership, on the web at bigvalleyford.com and located in the Stockton Auto Mall off Hammer Lane. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Amador High School. 1:48 here left in the first quarter. Mesa Verde with the ball. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson. Frank?
1st and 10 for Mesa Verde at the 39-yard line, leading this game 10-6. Ferguson under center. Straight ahead handoff to number 4. Nothing going on with a stout stop there by the left side of the Amador defense. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
We have a Mountain Merchant scoring update real quick. After some technical issues with the broadcast, we've got connection back over with Sonora. Looks like it is 7-0 Sonora over Livingston. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Sonora will win this game by more than 40 points. They are dominant again. They've played a difficult preseason schedule like they always do, but they lost a lot of seniors last year, but every year they just keep putting up a competitive football team. Double reverse to number 5, trying to get around the right side. What a nice job staying home there. I believe that was number 25 for Amador. That was Colton Earl.
Yeah, let's see it right here. So
everybody just stayed home. Watch the left side of the defense here. Coming around number 5, the safety came up and made the tackle.
Yeah, number 25 there. And, that's good assignment football there once you're coming in there, making sure you have your guy coming in to fill that space.
3rd down and 10. Mesa Verde went 3 and out and punted for the first time before. They're looking at that again. Ferguson's rolling to his left. There's a flag. Deep throw, incomplete. There's a flag. I'm guessing that's a holding call where that flag was thrown. I'm guessing Amador will probably decline the penalty and set up a 4th down and make Mesa Verde punt for the 2nd time in a row after 2 3 and outs. Now he looks like, there seems to be some question. I don't know why they're asking the line judge from the white hat. The flag came from the other side of the field in the backfield. So I am absolutely not sure why he's conversing with the official who was down the left side of the field down deep. It's against Mesa Verde. There's 2 flags against Mesa Verde, illegal contact as well as a hold. Amador is going to refuse the penalty and set up a punt. So Mesa Verde goes 3 and out, 2 possessions in a row with 21.1 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
Definitely a good way to start off there.
Now there's another flag on the field. Oh, they're just picking it up.
Fell off, yeah. Got to keep that tucked tight in the belt there.
All right, so 4th down, Mesa Verde will punt for back-to-back possessions. Good snap. Kick is off. High kind of hanging kick, bounces at the 41. That was dangerous. Felt at the 36-yard line, brought down immediately. So Amador is going to have it 1st and 10 with 10.6 seconds left here in the first quarter, trailing 10-6. So we're going to have 1 play left here in the first quarter as the Buffaloes have it 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line.
All righty. Again, I want to thank our sponsors again, Big Valley Ford, Jackson Tire, Armstrong & Son Construction, Glass Doctor, and Toma & Associates, our game sponsor, with us throughout the year and have been with us for years, keeping this high school football action coming to you.
1st and 10 for the Buffs. Mick Elfish goes into motion. They're going to fake it to him, give a straight-ahead handoff, breaks outside. Number 42 gets across the 45 to the 47-yard line. That was Nunez. That'll run out the first quarter. So after 1, look at the scoreboard. The Mavericks 10, the Buffaloes 6. We'll be back. Second quarter action. Good field position for the Buffs. We'll be right back.
Jackson Tire, located on Highway 49 in Jackson and Highway 88 in Pine Grove, is the place to go for your vehicle. Whether you need new tires or any auto service, Jackson Tire is a dealer you need to know. Visit them at jacksontire.net. That's Jackson Tire. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Amador High School. Start of the second quarter. Buffs in possession, 6-10. The scoreboard shows. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson. Frank?
All right, Amador is going to have it at the – no, you guys are going the wrong way. At their own 46-yard line, they need to flip the sticks. You guys haven't turned it around. It's going to be 2nd down and 9, but you're going the other direction, guys. You need to move the flags, officials. They haven't caught it yet.
Nah, no one's
Somebody needs to call a timeout here. The sticks have not been adjusted properly. You're going the other direction, guys. Nobody sees it. I don't understand this.
All righty.
Well, the handoff. I guess they said after that play it was a 2nd and 1, and that'll move and that'll make a 1st down for Amador up to the 49-yard line.
Oh, that's odd.
So they're going to have it 1st and 10 from the 49.
All righty.
Yeah, I guess that was right. I didn't see that big a gain on the 1st down play that set up the 2nd and 1. So now they've got a fresh set of downs at their own 49-yard line.
Looks like it's going to be a 1st and 10 Buffalo. 48-yard line.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Blankenheim's going to give it to Nunez. He gets hit in the backfield, breaks a tackle, gets maybe a gain of 1 on the play. It'll set up a 2nd down and 9.
And there looked like there might have been some kind of breakdown or overload on one side, but the offensive line looks like they just got beat. No, yeah, there was an overmatch on one side, and Nunez was looking off to this left, but was looking right at a guy and had to bounce off to the right.
2nd down and 9 for the Buffs. Right at midfield. McElfish goes into motion. It's going to keep it. That was a
quarterback draw on that one.
No, but it wasn't. It was not. It was a
like a read option?
No, the quarterback was up right behind the center, and they snapped it straight back to the running back.
Oh, Wildcat?
The Wildcat. And it was given a 1st down up to the 41-yard line. That was Jesse Judd. So 1st and 10 for the Buffs now. Now Blankenheim's in the shotgun. Straight ahead, hand on number 3. He's got a little room. Nice hit by the linebacker there as he gets across the 35-yard line.
And
so again, a 6 on the play.
He put the ball on the turf there after hitting that linebacker, was able to fall on top of it. Amador's got to really work on that ball security.
2nd down and 4 for the Buffs. They have really settled down after those first 2 possessions. That they had turnovers. That was Michael Nunez. That'll set up a 4th down. 4-down territory definitely here for the Buffs as the ball sits on the 35. 4th down and 4.
Let's see what they got. We got a we have a Mountain Merchants scoring update here. Start of the second quarter, Calaveras is leading now 14-7. Sonora on top of Livingston 14-0.
Well, that's territory Calaveras hasn't seen this year, being in the lead. Oh, and Mesa Verde jumped, I believe.
Pulled over the side, looks back, and Nunez just slips right up underneath. Beautiful screen. Got a nice setup block up there by number 52. That is Will Donahue picking that guy up there at the end, and Nunez taking it right into the end zone. Wonderful, wonderful screen right there.
We're going to make that our Mellon Phase BG Lounge call of the game with 8:34 left of the second quarter. 30-yard touchdown pass. Blankenheim to Nunez, and Amador takes the lead 12-10, awaiting the extra point.
And let's see here. And looks like the Buffs, looks like they're going for 2 here, Frank.
Yeah, after missing that extra point, they're going to go for 2. Blankenheim's going to keep it himself, breaks a tackle, waltzes into the end zone. 2 points, Blankenheim on the conversion. Look at the scoreboard, 8:34 left to go in the half. The Buffs take their first lead of the game. Amador 14, Mesa Verde 10. We'll be back, second quarter action, right after this.
The family of Armstrong & Son Construction and Armstrong Self-Storage are proud to sponsor Motherlode League football. Remember, when you need excavating, grading, septic system repairs, and other work, call Armstrong & Son Construction. Or if you need a storage unit, stop by Armstrong Self-Storage for safe and secure storage. Conveniently located near the intersection of Highway 49 and Ridge Road. Armstrong & Son Construction, state license number 828209. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here. 8:34 left here in the first half. Amador taking the lead 14-10 after a beautiful read option there by Blankenheim for that 2-point conversion. 14-10. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson. Frank?
Well, after those first two possessions where Amador turned it over in Mesa Verde, that's how they scored the points. This game has been all Amador. They have controlled it on both sides of the ball. Kickoff across the 25-yard line, tackled at the 27, number 5, Fred Robinson on the carry.
Like a late flag coming in from the line judge on the Amador sideline. Well, it looks like the turf monster claimed another ankle there. Just lost his footing, it looked like.
It looks like they're calling it against Amador. The white hat is pointing. Haven't seen a signal yet.
So illegal chop block, it looks like.
Chop block against me.
Twice.
So, a little jitterbug step right there. Cut inside. Now he breaks it to the outside, and now it was just a foot race.
And I think that might have been a bit of a coverage mismatch there. It looked like a linebacker was supposed to pick him up. It was right there in like the linebacker zone. But nobody was there. Safety came up, was not able to fill in time, and he was off to the
Three
races.
missed tackles is what made that play. That'll put the ball up inside the 25-yard line to the 24, and Mesa Verde has it 1st and 10. There's a timeout on the field. We're going to keep it right here. 8:16 left to go here in the second quarter. Biggest play that Mesa Verde has had all night. They scored their points off of 2 early turnovers from the Buffaloes, and they really haven't been able to do anything since.
So let's hope that Amador can stop that and get the momentum back on their side, or keep the momentum, I should say.
Well, we know Mesa Verde had a kicker. They've already had a 27-yard field goal early in the first quarter to give them a 10-0 lead. Now they have the ball 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Looking to regain the lead here at halftime. Mesa Verde will be receiving the kick.
KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Amador High School. Scoreboard shows the Amador Buffaloes 14, the Mavericks 17, 6-12 here left in the first half. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson. Frank?
So our halftime show is going to go a little bit longer than normal, this being homecoming for the Buffs. 6:12 left to go in the second quarter. Mesa Verde to kick off. Low line drive. Hits it about the 10. McElfish picks it up inside the 5-yard line. Gets out to the 20 to about the 25 where he's brought down. That's where Amador will have it. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line with 6:05 left to go of the half.
All righty. So let's see what the Buffs can do. They still got plenty of time.
Lots of time. They still have all their timeouts. No reason to rush anything. 1st and 10 for the Buffs. Blankenheim in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. The lone back behind him. That's Nunes.
Like
throws out of the right, complete to about the 49-yard line.
Looked like they were trying to set up some sort of wide receiver bubble screen, but
and it looks like we got an injury on the field. There's a timeout. So we're going to hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be back with the injury timeout right after this.
For all your land surveying and civil engineering services, call Toma and Associates at 223-0156. Whether you're building a fence and need to know where the property line is to complete boundary surveys, Toma and Associates can help. Lot surveys, boundary line adjustments, parcel and subdivision maps, FEMA certificates, septic and grading plans, among the many services Toma and Associates provides. Call 223-0156, serving the Mother Lode since 1967.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Amador High School. 5:48 here left in the first half. We're at an injury timeout. Looks like the trainers have gone out onto the field to attend to that injured Buffalo. But like Frank said earlier, our looks like our halftime show is going to be a little bit longer to accommodate the, of course, homecoming, which is, of course, it's homecoming this week at Amador High School. Guys? I'm here with Morgan and Carter. What is the theme this year for you guys? Go ahead there, real quick. Just say it. What is it?
Back on the Yellow Brick Road.
Back on the Yellow Brick Road. Is that what it is? Oh, okay. Right on.
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz theme. Okay, great. Right on.
All right, so the player is up, walking off the field under his own power. That's always good. This game has really had some twists. Amador came out fumbled on their first two possessions, which Mesa Verde was able to turn it into 10 points, and they really hadn't done much as Amador had control of this game, taking the lead. But just now, before this kickoff, Mesa Verde went on an 88-yard drive to take the lead at 17-14. Amador has it now, second down and 7 from their own 20-yard, and Blankenheim wants to throw. He's looking. He's got a receiver to the outside. Now, that's the throw that is so hard to make for a high school player. The arm strength that takes is really incredible. He's on the short side of the field. He throws it all the way across. That takes arm strength. Great throw by Blankenheim. Great reception and great resiliency after the catch. That was Jesse Judd. That'll move the ball all the way up to the Amador 44-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Buffs. I thought he was out of bounds about 10 yards short, and he just kept fighting. 1st and 10, empty backfield. Motion comes from the right by Nunes. Blankenheim's going to keep it. Cuts inside, gets up to the 50-yard line for a 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
And I'll take that. Definitely 5 minutes and 4 seconds here left in the first half. Clock is counting. All right.
So gain of 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Ball sits just across the 50-yard line. Right at the 50, I should say. 4:40 left to go here in the half. Blankenheim rolling to his left. He's looking. He wants to throw. Throws a strike right across the middle at about the 42-yard line to McElfish. That complete. That'll be enough for a 1st down. That'll move the chains and stop the clock to reset the sticks. 4:29 left. 1st and 10 for Amador.
I mean, look at the zip, too. So he comes in there, right, and just boom. I mean, that gets there in a hurry. Great catch. Real quick, we have a Mount Merchant scoring update. I'll give you after this play.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Buffs. Blankenheim directing traffic. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Nunes the lone back behind him. He almost jumped. They're going to give it to him. Gets across the left. He missed the tackle. Blankenheim faked it. He faked me out, and he steps out of bounds after getting a 1st down. I thought he handed that ball off. And so did most everybody, including the defense, as Blankenheim was able to scoot forward for a gain of 10.
Now that's what you call selling your fakes, ladies and gentlemen. That was good. Posts up, gets number 24 to take an inside route, and then he's off, nothing but blue in front of him.
He just gets up the 1st down, steps out of bounds. Oh, no, he stepped out short, so it's going to be a 2nd down and 2.
So that Mount Merchant scoring update, we have Calaveras 21, Big Valley 7, Sonora 21. Livingston finds the scoreboard 6.
2nd and short. Blankenheim's going to keep it himself. He's got the 1st down across 30, 25 to the 20. Tries to break outside, gets down to the 17-yard line. First and 10 for the Buffs.
And what a run there by Blankenheim. Right there. Steps up, dives in. Beautiful run. And look at those blocks downfield, too. I mean, his line got up and did the job.
Nice gain on the play on the Blankenheim keeper. That'll set up a first and 10 from the Mesa Verde 17-yard line. 3:32 to go here in the half. Motion comes from the left. High snap. Blankenheim pulls it down, throws wide open, gets inside the 5-yard line. But that'll be a first, not just short of the first down. No, they're going to spot it at the 10. I thought he was inside of there. So the ball's at the 10-yard line. It'll be second down and 10. Straight ahead, hand up, nothing going on there. Alex Santos had nowhere to go, lost a couple on the play. It's going to be set up a third down and 3.
So Amador would really like to punch it in now, 2:40 and counting here left in the first half.
Lots of time, no reason to be in a hurry. They still have all their timeouts. Now there's a timeout called by Amador. So with the timeout, 2:23 left to go in the half. Amador's knocking on the door, trailing 17-14. We'll be back for the end of this first half right after this.
Big Valley Ford Lincoln, your regional commercial van and truck headquarters, is proud to sponsor Motherlode League High School football. The expert sales team will help you get behind the wheel of the car or truck that's right for you. And their service department will keep that vehicle running at peak performance. Visit the team at Big Valley Ford Lincoln, your full-service dealership, on the web at bigvalleyford.com and located in the Stockton Auto Mall off Hammer Lane. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we're back here at Amador High School. 2 minutes and 23 seconds here left in the first half. Buffalo's knocking on the door. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson. Frank?
Amador started this drive from their own 25-yard line with 6:12 left to go in the half, so they've been chewing some clock, a methodical drive down the field. Blankenheim inside handoff to Nunes. He's slung down at the 10-yard line. That is going to be short of the first down. It will set up a fourth down. Let's see how Amador wants to play this. They can kick a field goal to tie, knowing that Mesa Verde is going to get the kickoff to open the second half. They're going to let it run down to 2 minutes. Now we're inside of 2 minutes, and it looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, they've got, what, about 3 yards, Frank?
Yeah, it looks like 4th and 3. Blankenheim's going to roll to his right. He's got it if he wants to take it, and he doesn't. Now he takes it. He slips inside. I think he's got the first down. It'll set up a fourth down and goal. He had it right from the get.
Yeah.
If you look at this, if he'd have just put his head down and run, right now he got the first down. But he was looking to the end zone, waited, and he still had time to get the first down as the cornerback didn't close out. So he's got a first and goal now with 1:37 left. Ball's at the 5-yard line, so first and goal from them.
All right. Now they got about 5 yards to pay dirt, boys.
1:24. The clock is counting.
Man, Mesa Verde is stacking that box.
Motion comes from the left. Mesa Verde jumps, I believe. No, there's a timeout. Amador called a timeout. So Amador calls its second timeout with 1:12 left on a first and goal from the 5. We're going to keep it right here.
And it looks, did the flag come in?
No, it looked like there was a flag half the distance to the goal, so Mesa Verde must have jumped. Now they're winding the clock. Still lots of time. Amador has timeouts. So 1:07 left. The ball's at the 2.5-yard line. Blankenheim's going to take this on a quarterback draw. That's my bet. Oh, no, he gave it to McElfish trying to get around the left side, looking for the corner. Going to be knocked out of bounds short at about the no gain on the play.
Oh, man. You can see.
They still got plenty of downs. There's 50 seconds left. They got 2 timeouts.
Yeah, I might have had Blankenheim call his own number there on that one too, Frank.
Well, it's fine. That play was just so slow developing. It just gave the defense a lot of time to pursue.
Looks like
now Amador is going to. Somebody took a timeout.
Looks like Mesa Verde called a timeout on that one.
I believe that leaves them with 1 left. I think Amador has 2. So timeout, 50.9 seconds left to go. It's second down and goal for the Buffs. So they've got 2 timeouts. They've got plenty of time to get these 3 yards. So we'll see what Amador's got in mind here, Coach Kantak. Starting this season with his first 2 varsity wins in his career after going 0-10 his first year and then started out 0-3 last year before the program was suspended. So there was some sweet victories those first 2 games, looking for his 3rd right now. I know the record shows 3-1, but that was the 3rd win was on a forfeit last week.
It looks like they are in a wildcat formation there, Frank.
No, see, that's number 42. That's Nunes. He goes forward. It's touchdown. 3-yard touchdown by number 42. That is Michael Nunes.
So wildcat formation there. Nunes lined up as the quarterback. There's motion across. Direct snap to him, and that hole was nice and wide, just enough to get him into the end zone. Great touchdown there for the Buffs.
So with 47.4 seconds left to go in the half, Amador goes back on top 20-7, awaiting the extra point. Blankenheim's back in. It looks like they're going to go for 2 again.
Yeah, looks like it. All right, let's see what they got dialed up now. Blankenheim takes a snap. There's a pitch out to Nunes. Nunes is wide. But nothing doing. Stopped about the 5-yard line.
Extra point is stopped. So with 47.4 seconds left, Amador takes the lead 20-17.
There looks like some laundry on the field.
That
there,
makes
Frank.
absolutely no sense why you go for 2 in that situation. You're up by 3. You can go up and by 4 points, and now you have to score a touchdown to take a lead. I don't understand the call.
Let's see. So we have a personal foul against Mesa Verde.
Mesa Verde, so that'll be enforced on the kickoff. So 17.4 seconds left. 2-point conversion failed.
And that is going to be 47 seconds here left in the first half.
So 20-17 now. I don't understand why you go for 2 there.
I don't either. I definitely would have sat down and taken that one. It's a nice, easy chip shot there.
Well, the numbers say your advantage isn't going for 2.
No. And also, I mean, given the choice, I'd take some points to no points myself.
Well, but you lead 1 and you force them. Now you're more than a field goal ahead. You gain 2. You're still in the same situation. So it doesn't do you any good to do that. Take the 1. If you fail, now a field goal will tie it.
Yeah.
It just the numbers don't add.
Mm-hmm.
So 47 seconds left. The 15-yard penalty is applied from the Mesa Verde 45-yard line. They're probably going to pooch this, I'm guessing. There's no reason to kick it out of the end zone.
No.
So we'll see what they've got in mind here. Kicking off from the Mesa Verde 45-yard line.
Devin Dalamo is the kicker there for the Buffs.
No, they kicked it deep into the end zone. That's going to be a touchback. I don't understand that either.
No, I don't
Kick
understand
it
that either.
short, start the clock.
I mean, I would have preferred a squib to that.
So it doesn't change the clock. 47.4 seconds left. Mesa Verde will have it at the 20-yard line, their own 20-yard line. They'll have a 1st and 10 with 47 seconds left. Mesa Verde has 1 timeout left. So if I'm Mesa Verde right now, knowing I'm receiving the second half kickoff, I keep the ball on the ground and just run it straight forward. You can't just down it because Amador still has 2 timeouts. You don't want to give him possession back. So 1st and 10 for the 20-yard line. Ferguson's going to keep it. He's going to roll to the left. He's going to throw it to open receiver, wide open up to the 37-yard line. Mesa Verde hurries up. The clock stops in high school until they move and reset the sticks. So as soon as they set them, the clock should start. 1st and 10 for Mesa Verde. There goes the clock. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the right. Ferguson wants to throw. He's looking. Still looking. Throws. Oh, almost intercepted.
Wow.
Dangerous throw right there with 28.7 seconds left. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it looks like they were fine. They were looking for that, again, that sitting spot right there about the Buffalo. And you see the corner comes up. Safety slides up to Phil.
He throws it back to the middle of the field. That's just a bad pass.
Yeah.
The ball's in the air way too long, and he's lucky that didn't get picked off. So 2nd down and 10 for Mesa Verde. 28.7 seconds left to go in the half.
Mountain Merchant scoring update we will give you after this down.
These are 2 young teams you have to remember. There's a throw over the middle. Wide open, caught at the 48-yard line across the 45 up to about the 40. The clock will stop as they move the chains. They're going to mark it to the 41-yard line. Mesa Verde has an opportunity to get some points before the half and turn a double dip here. 1st and 10 for the 41-yard line.
I mean, and this was, decent coverage. Put it right in between the 2 guys, and nobody came up to challenge the receiver.
Prevent defense. Look how deep they're playing. Everything underneath is wide open. Our Buffaloes are just giving it to them. Incomplete on a throw pass right now. But I don't.
With this field position, I don't understand that.
I mean, your defensive back, your 2 corners, and your safeties were 20 yards off the ball. Mm-hmm. That's just saying complete me underneath. And in high school, that makes the clock stop on a 1st down possession, and they still have a timeout. Why?
Yeah, no, you still have plenty of time on that one. We have a scoring update I'll give you after this down here.
2nd down and play. Ferguson of the shotgun. 3 receivers split to the right. Ferguson's going to roll this way. He's looking. Oh, he slips, and now he tries to throw it away. That's just a silly play right there.
Yeah, that was a foolish play.
That ball is intercepted. He slipped. He couldn't get anything behind the ball. Throws it anyway. Just throws a duck. It was intercepted by Amador, and Amador takes over with 7.7 seconds left.
Yeah, right there. So that Mountain Merchant scoring update I got here. 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Sonora 28, Livingston 6 now. And, of course, scoreboard shows Buffalo's 20, the Mavericks 17, 7 minutes and 7 seconds. 7.7 seconds left in the first half. That was a lot of 7s I just said, huh?
Jorgensen's a senior. He should know better than that. That is just a bad, bad play. Blankenham's got it, and they're going to go deep. Underthrown, incomplete. 3.5 seconds left. Well, Coach, I admire your courage. I'm just not sure I trust your judgment.
Yeah, it looked like Mesa Verde was going off to the sideline like the quarter had, or like the half had ended.
Amador's ahead on this one, 20-7 with 3.5 seconds left. Now there's no reason just not to take a shot.
Yeah.
Just back up. Clock's going to run out, whether it's intercepted, incomplete, or caught. Either way, unless it goes for a touchdown, it's not going to matter here. They're going to go back and let him fling it.
Nope,
they kneeled it down.
All right.
Go figure. That'll do it for the first half. Amador Buffaloes 20. The Mesa Verde Mavericks 17. We'll be back with our Conifer Communications halftime show right after this.
Jackson Tire, located on Highway 49 in Jackson and Highway 88 in Pine Grove, is the place to go for your vehicle. Whether you need new tires or any auto service, Jackson Tire is a dealer you need to know. Visit them at jacksontire.net. That's Jackson Tire. The family of Armstrong & Son Construction and Armstrong Self-Storage are proud to sponsor Motherlode League football. Remember, when you need excavating, grading, septic system repairs, and other site work, call Armstrong & Son Construction. Or if you need a storage unit, stop by Armstrong Self-Storage for safe and secure storage, conveniently located near the intersection of Highway 49 and Ridge Road. Armstrong & Son Construction, state license number 828209. A longtime supporter of youth activities in Amador County, the folks at Camps Propane hope you enjoy tonight's high school football action on hometown radio. Visit Camp's showroom on Highway 88 in Pioneer. Ask about the Easy Saver program and senior discounts available. And you'll never run out of gas again with Camp's Smart System Tank Monitoring program. They also carry a complete line of RV supplies, gas refrigerators, and barbecues. For more information, visit Camps Propane in Pioneer or their website at campspropane.com.
Football fans, stay in touch with Conifer Communications high-speed internet wherever you are. Stream the game live, connect with fans during and after the game, Facebook Live the winning play, or upload those Instagram photos. Conifer Communications may be local, but offers big-time internet service with fast speed, no data limits, plus VoIP phone service. Connect with Conifer today, 866-378-8393, or stop by their office in San Andreas on Highway 49.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Amador High School where we are at halftime. It's homecoming here for the Thundering Herd. Scoreboard shows at halftime, Buffaloes 20, the Mavericks 17. Real quick, Mountain Merchant scoring update from around the league. We are at halftime. At Sonora with Sonora 28, Livingston 6, halftime Calaveras 28, Big Valley Christian 7. All right, Frank, why don't you give us a tale of tape here? What happened to the game?
Well, this game did not start good for the Buffs. Their first possession, they took the opening kickoff, and on their very first snap, fumbled the ball that gave the ball back to Mesa Verde at the 13-yard line. Mesa Verde quickly converted that on a touchdown throw from Ferguson to Daffini, 13-yarder out, and at the 10:47 mark, Mesa Verde led 7-0. Amador takes a kickoff. They fumble again, and Mesa Verde ends up getting a 26-yard field goal, and at 7:46 mark, they led it 10-0. So Amador had the ball, and they'd only run 3 offensive plays on 2 turnovers. Then things started to change. Amador got good field position off, pretty good return at the 41-yard line. And after that return, there was a 28-yard touchdown, Blankenheim to McElfish. And at 5:27 left in the quarter, they were trailing 10-6 as the extra point was no good. Mesa Verde got it, went 3 and out. Amador got it, and they turned it over on downs as the quarter ended, and Mesa Verde led 10-6. Amador had possession at the Amador 40 at their own 46-yard line, and they converted that on a 30-yard touchdown, Blankenheim to Nunez at the 8:34 mark to take the lead. The 2-point conversion by Blankenheim was good to make it 14-10 with 8:34 left. It really became all Amador at this point, and then with 6:12 left in the half, Ferguson completed a pass for the 9-yard line to Arias. Mesa Verde went up on top 17-14. Amador got it back at their own 25-yard line. Their best sustained drive of the night went 75 yards, a 3-yard touchdown by Nunez. The 2-point conversion failed. That made the score 20-17. Mesa Verde had a nice drive going with time running down at the end of the half, but the quarterback slipped, and he still tried to throw it through an easy interception to Amador. They tried one long pass, incomplete, then they kneeled it down. Amador goes to the clubhouse at halftime, leading this one 20-17 with Mesa Verde receiving the opening kick in the second half.
Yeah, indeed. And so, you know, off to Amador had a bit of a rocky start. Looks like they've sort of turned things around. You know, coming into the finishing off the half here. What do you think, Frank? That any adjustments that the Buffs might need to make?
Well, I think they really adjusted after those 2 fumbles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they had to be a little bit shell shocked after. They were lucky that they held on that second possession and forced them to a field goal and didn't find themselves down 14-0. So that was the top. And ever since that point, the rest of the second half, or the first half, was really controlled. That they scored with 7:46 left to go in the first quarter. Mm-hmm. After that, Amador, as far as time of possession and yardage, really dominated the rest of that half up until that one last possession where Mesa Verde was able to get on the score again, on the board again with 6:12 left. But they settled down and they're fine. Mm-hmm. They need to stay right where they're at and continue to focus on the positive things. They're doing a lot of good things on defense. They're staying home. Their defensive backfield is breaking down a little bit, but I think they're in a good spot.
Yeah, like I said, the only thing that I would say that Amador really does need to have a work on there is their secondary. There are a lot of holes in there, and sometimes they are getting good coverage, but they're not getting good marks on their receivers.
Well, up until that last possession, they really haven't given any pressure up the middle. The only pressure that they've had is when Ferguson rolls outside because their ends tend to come in. But as far as push right up the middle, they haven't had that. So he's been very comfortable when he sits in the pocket, and that makes any defensive backfield vulnerable.
Yeah.
So, you know, if they can get some kind of push, I would even think about maybe throwing some blitzes from your linebackers.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple stunt moves to kind of create a little pressure and make them a little more uncomfortable in the pocket. They got good pressure on that last one that caused him to throw that interception. He slipped, his back foot slipped when he wanted to get rid of it, and then he still tried to throw it through a floating duck up in the air, and that was an easy interception for Amador because they were in position to score. But so no, I think Amador's in good shape right now. They need to continue to do the positive things they did after those first 2 fumbles.
Right on. Okay, I mean that's great.
Hey
now,
Frank, I want to jump in here for just a minute, if you guys don't mind.
Go ahead.
So, Buha Colony, okay? What? You're a Valley guy, Frank. Why did they name that school Buha Colony? It sounds like some type of a cult or something.
Gee, Jim, you know I know a lot of things, but I have no damn idea about that.
You mean I have stumped the great Frank Halverson?
Yes, you have. Google it, Jim. I'm sure you could find the answer. I'm guessing that maybe, I don't know, somebody's name? Buhak? No, that doesn't sound right. I have no idea. So, Jim,
back to the game. Sorry about it.
First of all, it's not fair to ask a question that you don't know the answer to. Okay, that's rules of the game. So I expect you to look this up, and when we come back, I want to know the answer.
All right.
Ball's back on you, my friend.
I'll have the answer.
Okay.
All right, we're going to take a real quick break here from Amador High School. We'll be back with more of our halftime show in just a little bit. Stay tuned. You're listening to KVGC AM 1340, 96.5 FM, the voice of the Gold Country, live on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook. We'll be back in just a minute.
Football fans, stay in touch with Conifer Communications high-speed internet wherever you are. Stream the game live, connect with fans during and after the game, Facebook Live the winning play, or upload those Instagram photos. Conifer Communications may be local, but offers big-time internet service with fast speed, no data limits, plus VoIP phone service. Connect with Conifer today, 866-378-8393, or stop by their office in San Andreas on Highway 49.
Remember when going for a walk around the block was easy and pain-free? Future you is ready to feel like that again. Mark Twain Medical Center's orthopedic experts are with you throughout the process, from first consultation to your last physical therapy session, so you can get back to living without joint pain, and future you can wander far and wide. Visit marktwainmedicalcenter.org/orthopedics. Mark Twain Medical Center. Hello, human kindness.
Hey, let's play some football. Mark Borchin here with Glass Doctor. We are so excited that you're doing what you love. When you need auto glass, windshields, and calibration, call Glass Doctor. Ask about our windshield protection plan. And for shower enclosures, foggy, broken windows in your home or business, please remember Glass Doctor, your neighborly company. Visit our showroom at Highway 49 and Jackson Gate Road.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we're back here at Amador High School where the homecoming court is being announced right now. And moment we've all been waiting for. One moment. Amador High School's homecoming king for 2023 is... Sorry, Queen is Bella Reagan. Bella Reagan is the 2023 homecoming queen for Amador High School, and now the king coming up. There she is getting her sash there. Wonderful. All right, now the homecoming king for 2023 is... Ian Gillott is the homecoming king for Amador High School 2023. So congratulations to the entire homecoming court and, of course, to our new homecoming king and queen. They will preside over the homecoming dance tomorrow, which is, as Morgan so aptly put it, something like Wizard of Oz, right? Yeah, there we go. So there it is. We got about 8 minutes.
So let me ask you, Mr. New Teacher, did they tag you to be one of the chaperones?
They did, but I'm not able to attend to do the chaperoning there. I also got asked to do Argonauts, but I will be taking care of business doing Amador High School's Amador and Argonaut High School's drama department doing the Burger Bash that's happening at the Kenny Mine Amphitheater on the 30th. So, unfortunately, I am not.
Yeah, but that's coming up on the 30th. But if the dance is tomorrow, that's 2 weeks away.
Yeah, I know, but I still have to go do groundskeeping work and make sure all of my speaker connections, all the stuff that are working. So, you know. And also, one of my officers is here. He was telling me that, of course, tickets are $15 a person to go to the Broadway Burger Bash, and you can get tickets here at Amador High School or Argonaut High School. You can email us here or mail us here at the school. Call us in or flag down one of our drama students from both schools. They'll be able to help you out. A little free plug.
Jake, has Frank gotten back yet?
Yeah, Frank is back here. Let me see if I can get him to get his headset on there again real quick. Have you found the answer, oh great wise one?
Yes, I have.
All right, what do we got?
All right, so how did Buha Colony get its name? So the short answer is in the mid-1800s with the discovery of gold in California, large number of Portuguese miners from the Azore Islands.
Hey, my grandfather.
Along with Italians, Germans, and Irish, and many others came and actually homesteaded, but it comes from the Portuguese immigrants, again from the Azores. So that's how the name Buha Colony got its name. And I think I can follow that. Can't you, Frank?
Yeah, but I guess that's something I should have known since my grandfather came from the Azores.
Oh, yeah.
And so I guess pat on me.
Where in the Azores where your group is from?
Pico.
Oh, okay,
I believe.
Okay, cool. My in-laws are from Madeira. So
okay,
I got that. Yeah,
a lot of Portuguese down in Madeira. Mm-hmm. But when my grandfather came out, there was a big Portuguese contingent out in Roberts Island, which is just off of Highway 4 now. As you head out of Stockton, mm-hmm. They were farmers, and my grandfather had a little store right off of Charter Way, right by where I-5 is now. It wasn't there before, and all the families, and he would take care and feed all the families. And had a little ice house there, and he sold ice blocks and stuff. I remember as a kid, and their house was right next to the store. Going into the ice house and with the blocks of ice as a little kid, we thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's neat.
But yeah. So,
you know, I guess, sorry to interrupt you, but I guess we should kind of so Buha Colony High School is actually located in Atwater. So just to clear it up there.
Well, all down the
those who
Central
know what
Valley,
Buha
all
was.
around Madera, all the dairies down there, even in Hilmar, and a lot of Portuguese families that settled there, and there were a lot of Portuguese that were in the dairy business, all around that Central Valley area. So, and there's all the way down the valley from Stockton down towards Lodi, most of the dairies. Some of them have now closed or got bought now by bigger ones. Almost all of those were owned by Portuguese descendants.
Oh, there you go.
So,
well, we
Now
got.
I'm going to spend the second half reading about Buha Colony. I should have kept my mouth shut.
I get that. Alrighty, let's see here. So we got about 4 minutes, 36 seconds here before the second half kicks off. So we talked about some of the things for Amador. Now, Frank, what do you think Mesa Verde needs to do to sort of get back to their 80-plus scoring ways?
well, the 80-plus scoring, they've scored a lot of points in 3 games. They had 3 defensive touchdowns to start the game last week. When you look at their offensive numbers, they're not that impressive. They average 104 yards passing a game and 154 yards on the ground a game. Those are not super impressive numbers. But when you look at it, to score 167 points in 3 games, that's a lot. But the offensive stats don't necessarily produce that. So they've gotten a lot of turnovers that have created short fields, just like they did tonight against Amador, that created their first 2 scores. So that doesn't translate into big offensive numbers. Then you couple that with defensive scores, and that's what you got.
I see that. Real quick, we want to again thank Amador High School for having us, and also we want to congratulate the 2023 King and Queen for Amador homecoming. The Queen was Bella Regan, and then the King, of course, Ian Gillot. So congratulations, you two, and congratulations to all the ones on the court there. 3 minutes and about 3 minutes left in the half.
And then they'll add 2 more minutes to that, so we're about 5 minutes away from kickoff.
So we're going to go ahead and send it back to you, I think, at the studio there, Jim.
Sure. Before we go, I do want to bring just a programming note for those that may have picked up our Friday Night Lights schedule. On the 29th, Argonaut is scheduled to travel to Sonora, but since we missed an Amador game due to COVID last week, we thought it was fair that we brought another Amador game into the schedule. Amador did have a bye on the 29th, so instead of a bye, they have picked up the game with Woodland Christian, but the game will be played on Saturday. Now, the JVs are scheduled to play Bret Hart because, as you have talked about, both of you have talked about, and Frank and I, we talked about it at Union Mine, Bret Hart does not have a varsity team this year, but they do have a full squad on JVs, and they will play Amador JV at 5 o'clock on Saturday, September 30th, and then following that game at 7 o'clock, Amador will face Woodland Christian, and that is the game of the week for KVGC that week. We will be doing the Amador Woodland Christian game.
Yeah, and that'll be here at Amador. And I actually got a chance to talk to Coach Kantak earlier today, and the reason they picked up that Saturday game was due to availability of referees and other officials. So that is why they're picking up that Saturday game there.
And then we start league the following week.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk real quick. How much time do we have?
113 plus 2. Yeah. Although they may not add 2
real
more,
quick.
they may get along.
Going into the Motherlode League, this is Amador playing tonight. They'll play again next week. Argonaut has the night off. Somerville has the night off. But Argonaut will be back at it again, and I think everybody is back in action next week as we go into the Motherlode League. Again, I'm looking at the Motherlode League
I thought
as
Somerville played
Sonora,
Modesto Christian.
Somerville, maybe Amador in the mix after the last couple of weeks not too sure. Somerville continues to be pretty strong. And then the game, the Calaveras Argonaut game is going to be the game for, fourth or for third and fourth, I guess, because we don't have
fifth
fourth
and sixth.
fifth. What do you think about that?
Fourth and fifth. That's exactly the way I see it, Jim. I think going in, I always thought at the beginning of the year, that was pretty much the way I called it at the start. Sonora's a dominant team again. Hey, you can't bet against them. They've been in the league now, 11 years?
Yeah.
They've lost one league game. One. And they're not going to lose one this year. Somerville, I was a little surprised at because they had a pretty good squad last year, but they lost a lot of players. But they've come out of the gate looking pretty good at 3-1. Amador, a very young team. I think the Somerville Amador game could be a really good game. Argonaut, we all knew, was in a big rebuilding year. I don't know what the heck's happened to Calaveras. I mean, right now, if I was to make a bet, I would say Argonaut, because it's going to be between who wins that game between Argonaut and Calaveras. And I would say right now Argonaut.
Right.
And Calaveras trialing up the rear, so I think you're pretty much spot on.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing the Somerville Amador game. That'll be on the 13th of October.
13th of October.
And we have Calaveras coming to Argonaut the following week on the 20th. So KVGC will be there. You guys want to take a quick break, do a couple of commercials, and go back for the second half?
Sounds good. We're about a minute 50 left, Jim, to kick off.
All right.
Surveying and civil engineering services, call Toma and Associates at 223-0156. Whether you're building a fence and need to know where the property line is to complete boundary surveys, Toma and Associates can help. Lot surveys, boundary line adjustments, parcel and subdivision maps, FEMA certificates, septic and grading plans, among the many services Toma and Associates provides. Call 223-0156, serving the Mother Lode since 1967. Football fans, stay in touch with Conifer Communications high-speed internet wherever you are. Stream the game live, connect with fans during and after the game, Facebook Live the winning play, or upload those Instagram photos. Conifer Communications may be local, but offers big-time internet service with fast speed, no data limits, plus VoIP phone service. Connect with Conifer today, 866-378-8393, or stop by their office in San Andreas on Highway 49.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we're back here at Amador High School. We're about to kick off second half action here at Amador High School. And, of course, Mesa Verde is set to receive in this second half. Amador will be on defense again. Real quick, around the league, and the last update I had for you on the scoring updates, we have the Sonora-Livingston game, of course, going on, and well as Big Valley Christian and Calaveras. At our last score, halftime, Sonora 35, Livingston 6, and then at halftime as well, Calaveras 28, Big Valley Christian 7. So that's what's going on around the league tonight so far.
So Jake just got a quick scoring update.
Okay.
Calaveras jumps out 34-7 in the third quarter.
34-7 in the third quarter. All righty.
Boy, all I can say is Big Valley Christian must be really bad.
Oh, boy.
But it looks like Calaveras is going to get their first W of the year.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, that's
I think they only won one. I think they only won one game last year, didn't they?
I don't know off the top of my head, actually.
I know they didn't win two. But I think they won one. I don't think they were went winless. So, but I'm going to say they've won 3 games in the last 3 years, including this year.
All righty, and Amador is now lined up, set to kick, and of course Livingston set to receive here in the second quarter or second half here.
All right, second half is underway. Short kick. Going right in between the zone there, picked up at about the 16-yard line to the 20, to the 25. Has a little room to the 30. Hit as he crosses the 30 down to the 39-yard line. So Mesa Verde, pretty good field position to start this second half at their own 39-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like John Ware was the tackle on that, or was the guy who made the tackle on that one. He looks like the last one to beat, and that would have been open space after that.
So 1st and 10 for Mesa Verde, opening up this second half. First possession.
Oh, Carter, you got some ice cream you didn't share with the rest of us?
Jorgensen on the shotgun, straight ahead, handoff, still on his feet, gets across the 40 to about the 42, gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
All right, so it looks like sticking with the plan there for Mesa Verde so far.
Well, this is still a close game. There's no reason for either team to get away from what they do good and stay away from any urgency here at this point in the game. Handoff and just covered up inside there for Amador, number 75, Jack Brukerot.
And then number 66, I believe Eric McNabb were also in there on the tackle. Looks like that was just a solid blitz there, overpowered the offensive line there. And, that was something we talked about at halftime.
I thought they need to create some pressure up the middle, and then whether they need to do it on some blitzes or some stunts, they're right there. Showed them a loss of 2. It'll set up a 3rd down and 9. Looking to throw. Wide open over the middle. Oh, and good hit.
Wow.
There's a flag. I don't agree with that flag right now. That was number 18 from Amador. I thought it was a clean hit. Taylor Courts.
Let's watch that here.
Here comes a replay. It was a catch and a hit that jarred the ball free.
Yeah, oh, no, that was
There
clean.
is nothing wrong with that hit. It was on the shoulder pads. It was not on the head. That was a bad call by the officials.
And he also had touched the ball, too. That's another thing, too. He didn't attack him early. He waited. Oh, boy. Well, that's a gimme right there.
That was a bad call by the officials.
Yeah, we all saw that on the replay. Oh well, 10:42 here left in the third quarter.
That'll move the ball up to the Amador 45-yard line. That was a gift for Mesa Verde. And if the officials look back at that, they're going to agree that was a bad flag. 1st and 10 for Mesa Verde after the gift penalty. Jorgensen's going to be in the shotgun. He's looking to throw. He's looking. He's going deep on a corner route. McElfish in good position. McElfish intercepts it.
Wow, look at that. Show us a replay on that one again, Carter.
That's what you call karma.
So there you go, straight drop back here. Looking deep on that pass, looking downfield, steps up, delivers. And then McElfish undercutting the route right there, underthrown, but a good snap.
Ferguson just didn't have the arm strength to get it there. He threw the ball too late, and it was an easy interception by McElfish.
So just like that, Amador gets the ball back. Now they are going to, let's see what they have coming out. 1st and 10 on the 15, it looks like.
So Amador takes over at their own 15-yard line. 1st and 10. Motion straight ahead, hand up to Nunes. He gets hit in the backfield and dropped for a couple-yard loss.
55 in there on the tackle there, and he came in hot. That's number 55.
I think that was big number 77
came in,
the left tackle.
He came in later there, but Roman Susik was the one who made the initial wrap-up on there. And he came in immediately. He was almost unblocked.
2nd down and 12 now for Amador. They're back at their own 13-yard line.
10 minutes and counting here left in the third quarter. Still plenty of time.
Nunes in the backfield with Blankenheim. Blankenheim wants to throw. Now he's in trouble. He steps up, runs to his right, being chased. He throws incomplete.
And there's a flag coming in. Let's see that real quick. So Blankenheim, of course, stepping up.
What was that, a payback call?
Let's see here. So Blankenheim stepping up. Direct in there, delivers a bit of a toss there, a bit high, coming up. Oh, yeah.
That's a bad call.
Yeah.
But that'll move the ball up to the 27-yard line. And
yeah, would have been a different story if he was in the breadbasket, but he was jumping pretty high for that one.
It was over his head.
Yeah.
And the Mesa Verde coach is having a discussion with the officials about that because he agrees. Trying to go around the right. That was almost looked like a fake Statue of Liberty. There's a loss of 2 on the play. A little too cute. on that, and it lost him 2 yards on the play. So that'll make it second down and 12.
And a real quick Mount Merchant scoring update. Sonora piling it on now. Second half kickoff. Sonora returns it for a touchdown, 42-6 over Livingston.
They're going to call him back to the line of scrimmage, so no loss on the play. It'll set up a second down and 10. Amador leading this one 20-17. Blankenheim wants to roll to his left. He squares his shoulder, throws complete, beautiful catch across the 45-yard line. Now that was just a great throw.
Yeah,
that was the number 5, Jesse Judd. And look, he rolls to his left. To look at the way he squares his shoulders as he's rolling to his left and delivers a strike.
You know, this is exactly what you want to see out of a young quarterback. Look, just perfect.
Just
great delivery.
Wonderful arm strength there. Judd takes it, nice little yak gain after the catch, up to the 48-yard line, first and 10 for the Buffs. Whistle on the play. Illegal procedure against Amador. That'll move him back 5 yards. So it'll be a second down, or first down and 15 for Amador after the 5-yard mark off.
All righty. So we're getting going a little early, it looks like.
First down and 15 for Amador. Blankenheim, 5 goes into motion, going to give it to Nunes and straight ahead handoff. Breaks one tackle, gets across the 45, breaks another one to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, still on his feet, all the way down to the Mesa Verde 35-yard line. Big, strong running right there by Nunes. Number 42. But look at those two moves. He steps left, breaks a tackle there, goes forward, breaks an arm tackle there, a little step inside, breaks another tackle, and finally gets brought down at the 36-yard line. So big gain, good hard run by Nunes, first down for the Buffs.
7:58 and counting.
Blankenheim now rolling to his right. He's got a wide open receiver. Throw it. Now he sees him. Complete at the 20-yard line to the 15, inside the 10, spins and brought down at about the 7-yard line, and the Buffs are going to have it first and goal. Blankenheim had him open right now, and he's waving, and now he kept going deep, and now he finally threw it. He was wide open early. I don't know what Blankenheim was looking for to wait, but he waited and waited to see if something else opened up, then delivered a completion all the way inside the 10-yard line, first and goal for Amador. McElfish into motion. They're going to give it to him, trying to get around the jet sweep. He slips, and he's down for a loss back at the 14-yard line. So that'll set up a second and goal from the 14.
7:27 and counting now.
So second down and goal for the Buffs, leading 20-17. After the easy interception by McElfish on Mesa Verde's first possession. And Amador, which started on their 15-yard line, has it all the way down to the 14. Hand off to Nunes. Nunes has been running hard all game long down to the 10-yard line. Back to the original line of scrimmage. They're going to mark it.
So third down looks like.
They're going to mark it at the 12, so it'll be third down and goal from there.
All right, let's see what Amador has for this particular situation.
Third and goal from the 12. Blankenheim breaks the huddle. He's going to send Nunes out to the right to the slot. He's going to keep number 3, Santos, in the backfield. Motion comes from the right side. That's Nunes. Fakes the handoff. Blankenheim passes out to McElfish. Gets across the 5. He's dropped down to the 4. It'll set up a fourth down and goal from the 4-yard line.
So let's see that. So this looks like it was just another inside, like middle screen there. He comes back right there. It takes it, splits the defenders right there. Just not quite enough to get into the end zone, but still a good pickup.
So fourth and goal from the 4-yard line. They're going to go for it. This drive started at the 15-yard line after the interception by McElfish. Amador likes to let Blankenheim keep it on this type of situation. He looks to his right. Now he's in trouble. He's being chased. He's going to be brought down for a loss. He gets rid of the ball, complete the Nunes. Now he fumbles the ball. And Mesa Verde is going to get it. It wouldn't have mattered. It was a turnover on downs, whether he fumbled or not. Blankenheim had pressure. He was rolling to his right and had pressure right away. He was wrapped up, and he got rid of it to Nunes. And then Nunes lost the ball, and it was covered by Mesa Verde at the 15. So the drive started at the 15 on an interception by McElfish. They turn it over on downs, and Mesa Verde will take it 1st and 10 from their own 15.
That is 5 minutes and 16 seconds here now left in the third quarter. Scoreboard still shows 20-17 in favor of Amador as Mesa Verde takes it to the line.
From the 15-yard line, Mesa Verde has it 1st and 10. They're going to pitch it, trying to get around the left side, looking for some room, stretching the play out. Gain of about...
ball's on the ground, it looks like.
It looked like a fumble. Amador's pointing, but I don't see an official call yet.
And our camera is on the wrong side of the field to get a good angle on that one.
Looks like they're going to place it at the 18-yard line. Mesa Verde retains possession. So they'll have it there, 2nd down and 8. Jorgensen in the shotgun. He's looking. He wants to throw a wide open receiver, and he just overshot his receiver. There was no defender around at about the 26-yard line. Just overthrew that ball. A poor throw by Ferguson, so it's going to set up a 3rd down and 8. He had enough for the 1st down, and he had a wide open receiver. As the corner went to the middle of the field,
and there was
on the post route.
There's no linebacker or anybody to come in and fill into that flat.
And it was just a poor pass by Ferguson. It'll set up 3rd down and 8, deep in their own territory. Ferguson rolling to his right. He's looking. He wants to throw. Now he's in trouble. He throws it out of bounds. So Mesa Verde is going to turn it back over, turnover on downs. It'll be 4th down, and Amador should have good field position after the punt.
And they had Jesse Judd back there returning for the Buffaloes, and he's already come up with a couple good returns. So
4th down and 8. So Amador should have good field position after this punt. Back deep for the Buffs is number 5, Jesse Judd. Standing at the 5-yard line. Good snap. The kick is off, and it's a end-over-end low kick. It takes a Mesa Verde bounce. Judd's able to corral it. Breaks a tackle, trying to find some room around this side. He's getting deeper. Gets to the 45, where he's brought down at the 46-yard line. He was lucky on that. He didn't fumble that ball. It was bouncing on the ground. He tried to pick it up. He fumbled it, was able to get it back. But Amador's going to have it at their own 46-yard line, 1st and 10. So it's the Amador 46-yard line where they'll have it in good field position, leading this one 20-17.
And they'll take possession with 4:09 here left in the third quarter. I want to thank everybody for joining us again tonight for this KVGC High School Football Action Game of the Week. Thank you for joining us here on the radio or on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you so much.
Amador has it 1st and 10 from the 46. Blankenheim again in the shotgun. He's going to look to throw. Throws a quick pass complete. That's the number 10 for Amador. That's Landon Ray Case. So a gain of about 5 on the play. It'll set up a 2nd down and 5 as the ball is marked just across midfield at the Mesa Verde 49-yard line.
3:44 and counting.
Blankenheim again in the shotgun. Motion comes from the left side. Blankenheim going to keep it himself. Gets across the 45. Makes a juke to the 40. To the 35. He breaks to the outside. He's at the 20. To the 10. To the 5. Touchdown. Amador 49 yards. Blankenheim calls his own number. Takes it to the end zone.
And watch this. He held that in really late on that. Really sold that fake. Made everybody bite and then took it off. Wonderful run by Blankenheim.
49-yard touchdown by Blankenheim to go up 26-17, awaiting the extra point.
Let's see here.
3:28 left to go in the third. They're going to go for two. Nunes was again in the Wildcat formation. There's a late flag that comes in. I don't know if something happened to their kicker after they missed that early extra point in the second quarter. They've gone for two at every possession since. So the extra point fails. So with 3:27 left to go in the third quarter, Amador takes a 26-17 lead. We'll be right back with more third quarter action right after this.
Big Valley Ford Lincoln, your regional commercial van and truck headquarters, is proud to sponsor Motherlode League High School football. The expert sales team will help you get behind the wheel of the car or truck that's right for you. And their service department will keep that vehicle running at peak performance. Visit the team at Big Valley Ford Lincoln, your full-service dealership, on the web at bigvalleyford.com and located in the Stockton Auto Mall off Hammer Lane. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Amador High School. Scoreboard shows the Buffs 26, the Mavericks 17. Buffalo's set to kick. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson. Frank?
All right, here we go with the kickoff.
Oh, Morgan Chase, Carter Brashear. There you go.
Here's the kick, low line drive, fielded at the 15-yard line to the 25, to the 30, gets hit, and he's dropped right across the 35 to the 36-yard line. That's where Mesa Verde will take possession at their own 36-yard line.
And that was Alex Santos in on the tackle there for the Buffs.
So Mesa Verde really looking to get something going. Their two possessions in this quarter. There was an interception and then turnover on downs. Trailing this one by 9 points now, as Amador has not been able to convert their extra points here. They missed the first one as a kick, and ever since then they've gone for 2-point conversions. They made one and failed in the last two attempts. So 1st and 10. Ferguson's going to hand it off, trying to get on the right side. Breaks one tackle, maybe gains one. Finally brought down by number 11. That's Dylan Brown for Amador. So again, they're going to call it no gain on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
And we have a Mountain Merchant scoring update here for you. Start of the fourth quarter over with Calaveras. Calaveras 34, Big Valley Christian 13.
So Big Valley Christian gets the board again, but it looks like Calaveras is going to get their first win of the season. 2:51 going here, 2nd down and 10 for Mesa Verde. Ferguson in trouble, keeps it himself, steps up, gets brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1. It'll set up a 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, you know, Frank, it looks like Amador is definitely getting more pressure coming in up the middle.
Up the middle, that's where they needed to get it. And right now, Mesa Verde is having a hard time handling it. So 3rd down and 9 for Mesa Verde.
Solid pickups there for the Buffs. We have about 2 minutes, 13 seconds here left in the third quarter.
3rd down and 9 at their own 36-yard line. Ferguson wants to throw. Pressure coming in his face. He gets rid of it, and nobody there. Was that a late flag?
That was a late flag coming in. Let's see if we can see what happened on the replay there. All right, so let's see if we can catch this. It came in from the secondary, so it's looking like it's going to be some kind of pass interference, but let's see. So right up in his face.
Roughing the passer, I think. I don't see the pass interference on the other end. The ball was 15 yards ahead of the receiver.
Yeah.
But we'll see what the call is.
So it's against Amador.
They're talking about it.
Yep.
They're going to call it pass interference. That's another bad call. I could have seen the roughing the passer call, but I didn't see the pass interference. That's going to move the ball all the way up to the Amador 49-yard line. So Mesa Verde will have it 1st and 10 after the interference call. That ball was 15 yards over the head of the receiver. But Mesa Verde has they went the wrong way. They turned to the right, and the running back went to the left. So he just had to tuck it in, was able to gain about 5 on the play, so it'll set up a 2nd down and 5, but it was a mix-up there. Quarterback turned to the right, the back went to the left. So, but he's able to gain up to the 44-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down and 5.
About 1 minute 30 here left in the third quarter.
Amador leading this one 26-17. Ferguson under center, one of the few times we've seen him do that tonight. He drops straight back, wants to throw, throws a little out route complete. The receiver slips right away. So he's down at the 43-yard line. That'll be short of the 1st down, so it'll set up a 3rd down and 5.
Mountain Merchant scoring update here. Start of the fourth quarter. Livingston finds the end zone 13. However, Sonora 42-13 now, fourth quarter on a running clock there.
Whoop.
Morgan?
You just unplugged my camera.
Unplug the camera.
There's
That's
a run
okay.
going around the right side. Hit, boy, big tackle right there after gaining about 1. It'll set a 4th down. McElfish and Santos in on the tackle.
There we go. All right, now the camera should
now
be
we're back.
coming
So
back.
it's 4th down. Let's see what Mesa Verde's going to do. 15 seconds left to go in the quarter. It looks like maybe they're going to let the quarter end.
Yeah,
They
like
are
8
as the
seconds.
clock continues to run.
5.
So time goes out. So the end of the third quarter, look at the scoreboard. Amador 26, Mesa Verde 17. Fourth quarter coming up. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Jackson Tire, located on Highway 49 in Jackson and Highway 88 in Pine Grove, is the place to go for your vehicle. Whether you need new tires or any auto service, Jackson Tire is a dealer you need to know. Visit them at jacksontire.net. That's Jackson Tire. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we're back here at Amador High School. 12 minutes left to go in this contest. Amador 26, Mesa Verde 17. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson, Morgan Chase, Carter Bashir. Frank?
All right, so Mesa Verde's going to have it at the 43-yard line, 4th down and 5. Ferguson drops back. He's looking left. He wants to go deep. No, incomplete. No flag on the play. So Mesa Verde is going to turn it over on downs. So Amador will take possession.
All right, so let's watch this. So Jorgensen looking deep. Sets back. Big throw. And just up in the face. Just up in the face of that receiver.
I don't understand why you go for the long pass on that. All they needed was a 1st down. Take your trips and clear some zones out, and it could have been an easy throw and catch for the 1st down, but they went deep, incomplete, turnover on downs. Amador takes over at the 43-yard line. That was offsides by Mesa Verde. They got across the line early, so that'll give a free 5 yards for Amador. No, they're going to mark it against Amador.
Am I going to false start?
Must have had somebody jump. So that'll move it back 5, so it'll be 1st down and 15 for the Buffs.
That's going to bring up 1st and 15 for the Amador Buffaloes.
Got 11:47 here left in the fourth quarter.
Empty backfield, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Amador's going to back him up another 5 yards. They were a little too quick off the snap.
Let's see if we can see this.
Yeah, the right tackle moved. No, it was the outside receiver.
Outside receiver, yep.
And he knew it. That'll back him up 5 yards. That'll make it a 1st down and 20. the outside receiver should never have a false start. You're looking right down at the ball from there, and you should never have a false start. So first down and 20 for the Buffs. Straight ahead handoff to Nunez, gets to the 34-yard line. Short gain on the play. It'll be second down. They need to get all the way. I can't see the other yard marker. Oh, all the way up to the 47-yard line of Mesa Verde. So second down and long for the Buffs. Blankenheim wants to throw. He throws to the opposite side of the field, well covered there, incomplete. That'll set up a third and long. He looked to the right to the trips receiver, thought he would get the defense kind of peeking to that left side, but good coverage on the outside there by Mesa Verde. So set up a third down and long for the Buffs.
That's 11 minutes and 10 seconds here left in the fourth quarter. Of course, clock stopping on that incompletion.
Amador leading by 9, 26-17. Blankenheim wants to roll to his right. He's looking. He's still looking. Lots of time. Delivers it across the field. Incomplete. I'm not sure who he was throwing to.
I think the intended target was Landon Ray Chase, who is a little slow to get up there.
So that'll be a fourth down and long. So Amador is going to be forced to punt.
Looks like Blankenheim is on the ground.
He rolled to his right and he threw it back across. Sometimes you can land awkwardly doing that. So he is still down on the field. We're going to keep it right here. It's fourth down and long. So Amador is in a punting situation. But he's still down. Let's take a timeout, send it back to the studios. We'll be back right after this. 11:03 left in the fourth.
The family of Armstrong & Son Construction and Armstrong Self-Storage are proud to sponsor Motherlode League football. Remember, when you need excavating, grading, septic system repairs, and other site work, call Armstrong & Son Construction. Or if you need a storage unit, stop by Armstrong Self-Storage for safe and secure storage. Conveniently located near the intersection of Highway 49 and Ridge Road. Armstrong & Son Construction, state license number 828209. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Amador High School. Amador set to punt after the fourth down.
3 and out, end over end, short kick, hits it about the 41-yard line, bounces right there. Amador's going to down it to the 40, so Mesa Verde will have good field position at their own 40-yard line, first and 10 after a 3 and out by Amador after 2 penalties didn't help them out there at all.
No, and there at the end, Blankenheim was a little slow to get up there, and so they're checking him out here on the sideline, but hopefully he will be back in the game for Amador, because that would be a terrible loss for them.
Not a whole lot of offense so far in the second half by either team other than the one big run by Blankenheim. There's been 3 and outs, an interception, and 2 turnovers on downs by Mesa Verde. So not much going on. First and 10 for the 40-yard line. Ferguson's going to go under center. Straight ahead handoff, maybe a gain of 1. Jorgensen, I should say, not Ferguson.
26-17, the scoreboard shows with, again, game.
Second down and 9 for Mesa Verde. Down by 2 scores right now, trailing 26. Jorgensen wants to roll to his right. There's a flag. It's complete, but that's almost always a holding penalty on the offense. Yeah, that's going to be a hold against Mesa Verde. That'll back them up.
Alrighty.
So let's see, that'll bring them back to the 31-yard line.
Mavericks gonna bring them back a little bit.
So it'll be second down and long from the 31 after the holding penalty. Jorgensen didn't operate under center at all in the first half, and all of a sudden now we've seen him exclusively. A little jump pass thrown short, incomplete. That'll set up a third down and long. Intended receiver on that was number 5. That's Fred Robinson.
Yeah, and, of course, rolling across, wasn't able to get square, delivered the ball into the dirt.
So ball on the 36-yard line, third down and long. They need to get up to the 50 for a first down.
Oh, and real quick, congratulations to the Amador High seniors, whose booth just won the homecoming booth competition. Just announced it.
Third down and 19 for Mesa Verde. This time Jorgensen operated from the shotgun. Throws a little short, incomplete. So that set up a fourth down and long. So Mesa Verde turns it over on downs again. The third time they've had 4 possessions. They've turned it over on downs 3 times and thrown an interception their other 4th time. So they haven't been able to get anything going on offense here in the second half.
Yeah, Jorgensen had enough time in the pocket. Like, the pocket wasn't collapsing. He just couldn't deliver it quite right.
So Amador should get good field position after the punt here. Snap is back. The kick's off. Fielded at the 40-yard line. Breaks to the right. Got a little room. Looking for a block. He gets to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 35. Bulls forward up across the 25-yard line. Great return there.
And watch this, makes one man miss.
By number 5. Now he's looking for his blockers. Just gets around the corner.
Good shadow block there by Nunez.
And just bulls forward for another 6 yards to take it inside the 25 to the 24-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Buffs.
And looks like Blankenheim is back in.
In the shotgun, looking, got a receiver complete at the 12-yard line, takes it in the end zone. Touchdown! Number 5.
That is Jesse
from the
Judd.
24-yard line.
So watch this. A little quick slant across there. Blankenheim bites him in. A great break off the ball there by Judd, and he just takes it straight to the house, knifing right through those 2 defenders. Excellent pitch and catch.
Blankenheim to Judd for the 24-yard touchdown. And Amador extends their lead with 9:28 left to go. Now they're going to kick it.
Here's a snap.
Oh, and the snap is fumbled, so the extra point is no good. So with 9:28, Amador leading this one 32-17. We'll be back. More fourth quarter action right after this.
Hey, let's play some football. Mark Borchin here with Glass Doctor. We are so excited that you're doing what you love. When you need auto glass, windshields, and calibration, call Glass Doctor. Ask about our windshield protection plan. And for shower enclosures, foggy, broken windows in your home or business, please remember Glass Doctor, your neighborly company. Visit our showroom at Highway 49 and Jackson Gate Road.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Amador High School. 9:28 here left in the ball game. Buffaloes on top of the Mavericks now, 32-17. The Buffaloes set to kick. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson,
Another
Chase,
failed extra point, though, has been really a nemesis, so it remains a 2-possession game. Amador has not been able to convert an extra point except for on one score. Short kick, bounces at the 22-yard line, picked up at the 21, across the 25, tries to get outside to the 30, to the 35, hit there, falls forward to about the 33-yard line. That's where Mesa Verde will have it at their own 33, trailing this game 32-17.
I see there's a bit of a scrum going on down there.
Looks like we have another injured player on the field, as now the team's back away. Looks like everybody's up, so we're good to go. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Mesa Verde from their own 33-yard line, down 32-17.
Looks like number 25, that is Colton Earl, had a his helmet come off.
It's going to be about 9:19 left to go in this fourth quarter for Buffalo 32, Mavericks 17.
So 1st down and 10 for Mesa Verde. They have not had any success on offense so far in this half. Interception and 3 turnovers on downs, that's been their possessions so far. Jorgensen's going to operate from the shotgun now, and there's a whistle on the field. And they just look a little much slower in this second half than they were in the first.
Yeah, they definitely do. They definitely are moving a little bit slower, it looks like. Amador still quick speed.
3rd down and 10 for Mesa Verde from their own 37-yard line. Jorgensen under center, drops straight back. He wants to throw long. Nobody home. Almost intercepted, incomplete. So Mesa Verde goes 3 and out again for the 4th time in this half.
Not what you want down this late in the game.
So Mesa Verde is going to have to punt. Another turnover on downs.
8:27 here left in the ball game. Both teams still with all 3 timeouts.
So Mesa Verde to punt for the 4th time in this half. 5 possessions, 4 turnover on downs, and an interception. Now there's a timeout by Mesa Verde. So we'll take a quick timeout and send it back to the studios. We'll be back. 8:27 left in the 4th. Amador 32, Mesa Verde 17.
For all your land surveying and civil engineering services, call Toma & Associates at 223-0156. Whether you're building a fence and need to know where the property line is to complete boundary surveys, Toma & Associates can help. Lot surveys, boundary line adjustments, parcel and subdivision maps, FEMA certificates, septic and grading plans, among the many services Toma & Associates provides. Call 223-0156, serving the Mother Lode since 1967.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
He's going to go for it here on 4th and long. Throw across the middle. It's intercepted at the 49-yard line. It's back to the 30, to the 25, the 20. One man to beat. He gets knocked out of bounds. That was intercepted by number 25, Colton Earl.
Oh, looks like there's a late flag coming in there. I think that's going to be against Mesa Verde.
Frustration penalty there as Earl takes it back to the 26-yard line. Now they're going to mark off the penalty against Mesa Verde.
Yeah, that was a
personal foul. That'll take it half the distance of the goal.
Completely unnecessary, my guy.
That's a frustration penalty. That'll put it at the 8-yard line where Amador will have it 1st and goal, and they can lock this one up right now. 1st and goal from the 8. Blankenheim in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Straight ahead handoff to Nunes. He breaks a tackle, gets down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal. And Mesa Verde looks tired.
Yeah, they do. 8 minutes left in the ball game. They still got 8 minutes left of this.
So 2nd down and goal for Amador with the Buffs leading 32-17. One more score here would pretty much ice this game out. Blankenheim's going to operate from the shotgun. 2nd and goal from the 4. Blankenheim's going to keep it himself. He goes around to the left. He gets around the corner, waltzes into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Blankenheim on the 4-yard keeper.
And then another late flag, late hit there. Number 3, definitely a frustration call. Come on, my guy. Like, he was. I don't understand those. I do not understand those penalties. I mean, come on. Like, there was in no world was that not going to get called.
Way late hit out of bounds. 7:38. Amador leads 38-17. They're going to try the extra point again. 7:38 left to go here in the game. And Amador just locked this one up with a Blankenheim touchdown. Again, his 5th touchdown of the night. Have a night, young man, the sophomore. Good snap, kicks up this time, and it's no good. They miss another extra point. So with 7:38 left, Amador ahead in this one, 38-17, 21-point lead. We'll be back with the end of this 4th quarter right after this. Wide right on the kick.
Big Valley Ford Lincoln, your regional commercial van and truck headquarters, is proud to sponsor Motherlode League High School football. The expert sales team will help you get behind the wheel of the car or truck that's right for you. And their service department will keep that vehicle running at peak performance. Visit the team at Big Valley Ford Lincoln, your full-service dealership, on the web at bigvalleyford.com and located in the Stockton Auto Mall off Hammer Lane. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Amador High School. Scoreboard shows Buffalo's 38, Mavericks 17, 7:38 here left in the 4th quarter. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson. Frank?
The Buffs have left 10 points on the scoreboard and missed extra points in this game. They still have control, leading 38-17, and Mesa Verde has just lost its fight here in the second half. After the penalty, Amador will be kicking off from the Mesa Verde 45-yard line. Now, the last time they had it here, they kicked it in the end zone. Let's see if they try a pooch kick this time. Try to pin Mesa Verde back deep in their own territory instead of giving them a handoff at the 20.
There you go.
So Mesa Verde came into this game undefeated, and Amador has totally taken control here in the second half. Now they're going to kick it deep, fielded at the goal line to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, up across the 20, still on his feet across the 25-yard line, up to the 30 at about the 31. Nice return, 31-yard return. That kick was fielded at the goal line. So Mesa Verde will have possession at the 31, and it's just getting a little chippy out there.
Yep. White had a signal to stop the clock.
They're just continuing to blow the whistle at this point. First and 10 from the 31-yard line.
7:13 left in this ball game here.
Mesa Verde in this half has thrown 2 interceptions and 3 turnover on downs, and that's been the total of their offense. Handoff on a sweep, trying to get around the right side, gets across the 35, knocked out short of the 40-yard line. So gain of 8 on the play. It'll set up a 2nd down and 2. No, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 37. Now there's a whistle on the field.
Yeah, they didn't stop the clock.
2nd down. All Amador here in this second half. The Buffs looking to go to 4-1 on the season after the forfeit last week. There's a whistle, an early whistle. It's going to be against Amador. Offsides, that'll mark it 5 yards. That'll give them a 1st down. So fresh set of downs for Mesa Verde at the 42-yard line.
Looks like it's going to bring up a 1st and 10 Mavericks after that. It's going to bring it up on about the 42-yard line.
First and 10 for Mesa Verde. Jorgensen under center, going to give it to number 5. Trying to get it around the right side. Gets across the 45, still on his feet. Gets across midfield. See where they mark. It's going to be close to the first down. Nice run by number 5. That's just some strong, hard running right there by Robinson.
Yeah.
They're going to mark it just short of the first down, so it'll be 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, 6:35 here, 6:33, sorry, left in the fourth quarter here.
As they just crack it across midfield. More whistles on the field. Officials timeout.
Yeah, it looks like an Amador player went down there.
No, it looks like Amador did call a timeout. So, look at the scoreboard. Amador 38, Mesa Verde 17, 6:26 left to go in this one. We'll be back right after this.
Tire, located on Highway 49 in Jackson and Highway 88 in Pine Grove, is the place to go for your vehicle. Whether you need new tires or any auto service, Jackson Tire is a dealer you need to know. Visit them at jacksontire.net. That's Jackson Tire. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we're back here at 6:26 here left in the ball game. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson. Frank?
Ball's at the 49-yard line where Mesa Verde will have it 2nd and 1. Double reverse, and he gets around the 50 to the 45. You got room around the corner. The 40 still on his feet. Finally, there's a late flag on the play.
Yeah.
After he's finally knocked out of bounds. It's going to be again. So that's going to negate that play. Nice hard run by number 5, that Fred Robinson again. But the penalty is going to back Mesa Verde up for one more time. They had an easy first down.
Let's see here.
I'm still waiting for the call, but they're marking the ball off against Mesa Verde.
So it looks like a holding penalty for against Mesa Verde.
So that was late in the play. That'll take the ball all the way back to the Mesa Verde 48-yard line. So that set up a 2nd down and 4. Clock running at 6:15 left to go in the contest. Amador with a commanding 38-17 lead.
6:09 and counting left in the ball game.
Jorgensen under center. He's rolling to his left. He's looking, throws, overthrown, incomplete. And the intended receiver was number 5. That was Fred Robinson. Incomplete. It'll set up a 3rd down for Mesa Verde.
And, you know, Frank, looks like we might be getting a little bit of that breeze we were talking about. Too bad it's coming into the fourth quarter when it's a little cooler outside.
It was a little toasty in this booth tonight. So 3rd down and 4 for Mesa Verde. Obviously 4-down territory here with the score what it is, under 6 minutes left in the ball game. Clock stopped on the incompletion. Ball sits at the 48-yard line of Mesa Verde. Jorgensen again going to operate under center. Robinson goes into motion. They're going to hand it to him. He gets around. He's got the first down and more as he crossed the 40-yard line. Finally brought down at about the 36. Robinson has been their only bright spot here in the second half. Big gain on the play, fresh set of downs for Mesa Verde as they're going to place it right at the 35-yard line. Clock will start right after they set the chains. It is starting now. 5:44 and counting left to go in the contest. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Desperate in need of a score here. Jorgensen rolling left. He's looking. Now he throws back across. Dropped. Trying to throw to Robinson, and Robinson just dropped it. So that'll stop the clock and set up a 2nd down and 10.
We have Mount Merchant scoring updates, some final scores from around the rest of the league here. Calaveras coming in with a big final 41-13 over Big Valley Christian. And Sonora soundly handling Livingston 42-13 final score there.
Well, congratulations to the Red Hawks. They get into the win column for the first time this year. 2nd down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Jorgensen again under center. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Motion comes from the right side. There's a whistle.
Against Amador.
Well, that's where the line judge pointed.
So it looks like it might have been encroachment.
I didn't see anybody jump. Maybe he was just lined up offsides.
Yeah, maybe he was.
So that'll move the ball to the 30-yard line, set up a 2nd down and 5.
We've got 5 minutes, 20 seconds and counting left here in the fourth quarter.
Mesa Verde needs to get in the end zone in a hurry, then probably an onside kick. Being down by 3 scores. Jorgensen wants to throw, looking left, complete, brought down immediately at the 24-yard line. Number 31 on the reception, that was Matt Garcia. They're going to place it at the 24-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down. That'll move the chains. So fresh set of downs for Mesa Verde. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line.
Under 5 minutes now left here in the ball game.
They don't seem to be operating with a whole lot of urgency.
Ball's on the ground.
Fumble, and looks like Amador recovered. No, Mesa Verde is going to retain possession. 75 for Amador. Looked like he had his hands on it. That was Jack Bruckeret. But Mesa Verde is going to keep possession. So it'll be 2nd down and 14. Just not operating with any urgency at all. Jorgensen looking to throw. He throws deep. Got a receiver. That ball was thrown out of bounds. Incomplete. No chance of catching that in bounds, so that'll make it 3rd down and 14.
4:14 here left in the ball game following that incompletion.
Jorgensen seems to just be holding on to the ball a little too long.
Just a little bit, yeah.
So the ball's at the 27-yard line, 28-yard line. They need to get to the 14 for a first down. 3rd down. Now Jorgensen's going to go to the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. He's looking to throw, rolling that way. Throws a little out. Oh, almost interception, but it was complete at the 20-yard line. Goes forward, still on his feet, dives forward. I think it's going to be just short of the first down. The clock continues to run. It's going to set up a 4th down and 1.
So this was great exchange.
Went for the interception right there and just missed it.
You know, and that was one thing though. Like the coverage was very good on that one there. They had a good exchange between the safety and the corner to pick up those crossing routes.
So 4th down and 1. The ball's at the 15-yard line. 4th down. Jorgensen's going to keep it. He's got the first down. He's going to take it inside the 10. So Mesa Verde will have it 1st and goal.
First and goal, and that's going to bring us under 4 minutes now left in the ball game.
But still just no urgency at all of Mesa Verde. Now there's a timeout by Mesa Verde. Look at the scoreboard. Amador in total control, 38. Mesa Verde 17. We'll be back right after this.
Armstrong & Son Construction and Armstrong Self-Storage are proud to sponsor Motherlode League football. Remember, when you need excavating, grading, septic system repairs, and other site work, call Armstrong & Son Construction. Or if you need a storage unit, stop by Armstrong Self-Storage for safe and secure storage. Conveniently located near the intersection of Highway 49 and Ridge Road. Armstrong & Son Construction, state license number 828209. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Amador High School. Fourth quarter action here, 3:49 left in the ball game. Mesa Verde at goal. Jake Geedy, Frank Howardson. Frank?
First down and goal for Mesa Verde. It looks like Amador is going to have a happy homecoming here. Jorgensen looking back to throw. He goes to the end zone, overthrown his intended receiver, incomplete. That'll set up a second down and goal. So really good win here tonight by Amador. 3:43 left, leading this one 38-17. After a little bit of a struggle in the first half as they were down, or they were ahead 20-17 at the halftime, but it has been all Amador in this second half as Mesa Verde has had a real difficult time moving the football. Pretty good drive going here. They started at their own 31-yard line. They've got it second and goal from the 9.
3:43 here left in the ball game.
So Mesa Verde breaks the huddle. Second down and goal. Jorgensen again is going to operate under center. Now he's moving his players around here. Two backs down the backfield. They're going to give it straight ahead handoff. Good stop by the Buffalo defense. No gain on the play. It'll set up a third down.
And that clock is going to keep on ticking just past 3:20.
Yeah, so it's just a matter of what the final differential would be because Mesa Verde doesn't look like they're in any hurry to try to score quick, an onside kick. They're just letting the clock run. It's third down and goal now for Mesa Verde from just inside the 10-yard line. Jorgensen again operating under center. Motion comes to the left. They're going to give it to him. Looking for the corner. Gets stopped after about a yard gain by the Buffaloes.
Devin Delamew on the tackle there for the Buffaloes.
So that'll set up a fourth down and goal for Mesa Verde. 2:38. The clock continues to run. First and goal from the 8-yard line for Mesa Verde. This drive started at the 31, and this is the only positive yards they've really had on offense this whole second half. So Jorgensen under center, one back behind him. Jorgensen rolls to his right. He's looking. He's in trouble. Still looking for a receiver. Throws across, tipped by an Amador defender.
And it looks like he came up with it. Big 79 with an
interception. It's a touchback. It is an interception. Look at this. It was tipped, and he went down to the ground, and he was able to catch it before the ball hit the ground. Looking at the replay here, it was tipped. He falls to the ground and catches it before he hits. You do not see a number 79 with too many interceptions. That's Isaiah Woods with an INT in the end zone for the touchback.
Isaiah Woods, affectionately called Idaho here at
Idaho. Woods with the interception in the end zone for the.
How about that? Have a game, big guy.
So Amador will have it first and 10 from the 20-yard line after the touchback with a minute 17 left to go in the contest. Am I reading that right?
2:12.
I'm looking in between our camera. Oh, there's a guy leaning right across the rail. It's 2:12 left of the game. Amador has it first and 10 for the 20.
And there's a knee taken there by Blankenheim.
Well, I'm looking. Doesn't Mesa Verde has a timeout? I'm interested to see. So they're not. They've called off the dogs. They kneeled down, victory formation, letting the clock run all the way down. We're inside 2 minutes right now. So they're going to let it run all the way down. I'm sure they're communicating with the officials on the time on the play clock. Letting it go all the way down. Now, Langenheim under center. He takes another knee. That'll run 45 seconds off the clock. They need to kneel down one more time, and this game will be over. So Amador is going to come away with a 38-17 victory, an impressive second half for the Buffaloes to move their record to 4-1. Mesa Verde falls to 3-1. Clock will run down to about 45 seconds, and then they'll take the knee, and that'll be it for the ball game. So they've got about 6 seconds to snap the ball. Now under center, Blankenheim kneels down, and that'll do it as the clock continues to run out. Look at the scoreboard. Very impressive second half victory by the Buffs. Amador 38, Mesa Verde 17. We will be back with your Mark Twain Medical Center post-game wrap right after this.
Hey, let's play some football. Mark Borchin here with Glass Doctor. We are so excited that you're doing what you love. When you need auto glass, windshields, and calibration, call Glass Doctor. Ask about our windshield protection plan. And for shower enclosures, foggy, broken windows in your home or business, please remember Glass Doctor, your neighborly company. Visit our showroom at Highway 49 and Jackson Gate Road.
Remember when going for a walk around the block was easy and pain-free? Future that again. Mark Twain Medical Center's orthopedic experts are with you throughout the process, from first consultation to your last physical therapy session, so you can get back to living without joint pain, and future you can wander far and wide. Visit marktwainmedicalcenter.org/orthopedics. Mark Twain Medical Center. Hello, human kindness. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country,
Amador is going to have to make one last play here on fourth down, and that will be the end of this high school football matchup.
I'd snap the ball back. He can either run around and let 4 seconds run out the clock and the game's over, or just turn around and run out of the end zone and take a safety. There's no reason to kick this ball. I think he's just going to take it and run around for 4 seconds. No, he just throws it high in the air as the clock continues to tick. Out of bounds, the horn goes off, and that'll do it. All right, now the game is officially over. Amador victorious tonight. Homecoming victory, 38, Mesa Verde 17. We will be back with our Mark Twain Medical Center post-game wrap, our call of the game and our player of the game right after this.
Remember when going for a walk around the block?
On a 4-yard pass at the 6:12 mark to take a 17-14 lead. Amador comes back, a 3-yard touchdown run by Nunes. The 2-point conversion failed. And at halftime, Amador led 17. But let's go back to the score before, when Amador took the lead at 4:18 with 8:34 back. That was our BG Melon Phase Lounge call of the game. Let's hear what happens.
Sorry, don't have it.
Okay, so it was Blankenheim to Nunes on a 30-yard touchdown pass. So at halftime, Amador led 20-17. Mesa Verde took the opening kickoff, and they had at their own 39-yard line. McElfish intercepted the pass, and they got it to Amador at that point. Amador turned it over on downs. They weren't able to convert that into points, the interception. Mesa Verde gets it back. They turn it back on downs. Amador gets the ball at the 46-yard line, their own 46. Blankenheim takes it on his own 49 yards with his legs with 3:27 left. The 3-point conversion, or the 2-point conversion again fails. They led it 26-17 at that point. Mesa Verde gets it back, and the third quarter runs out. That was the score at the end of 3. Mesa Verde turns it over on downs again. Amador takes over from the 43, but they go 3 and out. They give it back to Mesa Verde at the 40. Mesa Verde turns it over again on downs, and Blankenheim goes back to work. 24 yards, Blankenheim to Judge with 9:28 seconds or minutes left in the fourth. The PAT again was no good. At that point, Amador led 32-17. Mesa Verde gets it back, throws another interception, intercepted this time by Earl from Amador, and Blankenheim again takes it from 4 yards out. They missed the extra point at 7:38. They led 38-17. McElfish, or Mesa Verde, trying to get back in, would for Amador, intercepts the pass again, and that's how the game ended, 38-17, an Amador victory. Impressive second half by the Amador defense.
Absolutely, and they made whatever adjustments they needed to make at halftime. Like we talked about, Frank, they were putting much more pressure down the middle, forcing Mesa Verde to make some changes. They just weren't able to adapt quite as well as they needed to.
Yeah, and they just looked like they ran out of gas a little bit in the second half. And even when they were down by 3 scores, there was no urgency in their movements trying to get back in the game. Our call of the game, the Melon Phase BG Lounge call of the game, was Blankenheim to Nunez that put them on top for the first time in the game, 14-10 in the second quarter. Our player of the game, our Jamba Juice player of the game, I don't know who else you can give it to, was involved in 6 touchdown passes with his legs, with his arms. The player of the game is the sophomore, Brad Blankenheim. That's your Jamba Juice player of the game. Again, we want to thank all of our sponsors, our pregame sponsor, Camps Propane, our game sponsors, Big Valley Ford, Jackson Tire, Armstrong & Son Construction, the Glass Doctor, Toman & Associates, our halftime sponsor, the Conifer Communications Halftime Report, and our postgame show brought to you by Mark Twain Medical Center. Our scoring update was brought to you by Mountain Merchant. So Amador goes to 4-1 on the year. Like I said, the one loss they had against Union Mine, I think, was a really good learning experience for this young team. And from what I saw tonight, coming against this undefeated Mesa Verde team who had put up 167 points